If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
I don't want it.
Toby and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the sauce with the show, and till then is open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof, like I always wanted him. I never hated him. I never traded him. And if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like under the city, the driver's side floor. Gucci get large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, what they gonna do next?
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. It is Friday. Where the hell is your Vice shirt, Leroy Horde?
I just got out of the car from
right.
the dealership.
Oh, all right.
So
I thought you were going to say physical therapy or something like that.
no.
Hey,
Yeah, I got a message in my car that said, "Please service transmission.
oh,
You won't be able to change gears soon."
well, he gave you that detailed a message.
Yeah.
It was used to just be a light.
Yeah.
You should just
I
be a
don't know.
light you can slightly ignore.
So I called. They said, "Ooh, you better bring that thing in." I said, "You
Wow.
think?"
Oh, it sounds like you have like a C-3PO in there. You must fix this or it's going out.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Usually I could just what's that? What's that? A little exclamation point? I could probably ignore that.
So I called and I go, "Hey, I saw this message.
What's going on?
Let me be clear what the message said." And I told him the message, and they go, "Sounds like you need to bring it in."
Bring that in, sir.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's not you. You listen to your car lights there, Brittany, or you tend to ignore them?
I ignore them very much so, yes. I just traded in my lease like a month ago, and I had like low tire pressure for like 6 months.
Oh my god!
And I said, "Here you go."
Why don't you just add air?
You just hit the.
Because I don't know how to do that. What?
You don't know how to put air in a tire?
I will say
absolutely not.
They
no.
become more of a pain in the ass. I don't like the doot 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 make your pressure the button. I like the old school shh, and like it pops out like where like the thing
well,
goes.
you know what's crazy?
Oh,
Now you have to set the
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. I don't like that.
And this is how it gives you air.
Yeah.
It doesn't just, I want continuous air. Let me know what the gauge says. And so you know what I do?
Yeah.
I put it on, you know how you can put the thing in your car so that it shows the pressure of the 4 tires?
I don't have that.
Oh, okay.
I don't have that, but I've seen your car. Your car looks like a
I have
starship
that,
inside.
Yeah, I have that too. Like I had that too.
So I put it on there, and then when I'm putting air in the tire, I look into the car instead of reading those gauges at the gas station. And why does it cost $7.85 every time? Because the first time it never works.
Well, they've probably gotten to the point where they finally got cards on that thing. Remember back in the day?
Yeah, you can use cards.
Yeah, back in the day, an air machine at a gas station, it was $1, but you could only use quarters. And so you always had to go in and be like, "Hey, can I get quarters for the air machine?"
Well, Wawa has free air. I knew that because every time someone would see that I had low tire pressure, they would be like, "You can just go to Wawa for free." I'm like, it's not a money issue. It's that I don't know how to do it.
But it's just
wait.
Have you ever pumped air on a bike?
Yeah.
Same thing. Except it's electric.
Like, have you ever inflated a pool float? Like, it's the same concept. It's just,
That's a lot of pressure that I don't really like. No pun intended. That is a lot of pressure that I don't.
not enough pressure for you now.
No, it's not.
So if you have low tire, so have you ever gotten a flat?
No.
What? That's even crazier than not knowing that.
Yes.
Hold on. How old are you?
25.
in your 25 years, so let's just say conservatively, in your 9 years of driving, you've never gotten a flat tire?
No, never.
Get out of here.
And if I did get a flat tire, I would not know what the first thing to do. So I would call AAA or my insurance company, roadside assistance.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I don't even know how to like.
Do you know why people learn how to change their own tire? Time. While you sitting on the side of the road putting yourself at risk for all the idiots on the road, we done changed our tire and got the hell up out of there.
Huh.
Now, keep in mind, if you have some 22s on your car, your spare tire is going to be this big.
Yeah,
that's
donut.
true.
Yeah.
But you don't know the first thing about like where you would go to look for that?
and
you know, wait, do you have like an SUV or do you have like a sedan?
Okay, well, so the thing was, is like before this, I turned in my lease like I said 2 months ago. It was a Jeep Wrangler, so I knew that the tire was on the back.
Okay, it's on the
We
back.
were good.
All right.
Now I have a Jeep Grand Cherokee.
So
it's underneath.
It's under, and you got to crank it down, right?
Yeah.
Is that how? That's how my wife's Jeep works. You gotta
she's like,
Sure. Yeah.
wait, so you call it and say, where's the tire? I can't see it. It ain't
This is
on the back.
crazy, man. This is
I
insane.
have not a clue.
Wait.
I don't know what's more insane, Leroy. The fact that you can't put air in her tires, or the fact she's never had a flat tire.
No,
I
never.
think it's more amazing that she's never had a flat tire.
That's very impressive.
How is that really? Like how
9 years?
Are they? Is that like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a frequent occurrence?
I feel like I probably get a flat a year. I feel like I
What?
probably
No,
I
yeah.
feel like I get a flat a year.
I've got one earlier this year where I said, hey, I got a flat.
Yeah. I feel like that's like I mean, I drive a lot. I'm driving to Lake Worth driving from Lake Worth to here every day. You're gonna over the course of that many drives, you're gonna get a nail or something. I mean,
what about construction? They're doing construction everywhere.
I've had like a nail in my tire, but it's never caused a flat.
It's never caused a flat.
Never. Like I had a bolt in my tire once that like literally my car was like bonk.
It's I'm gonna tell you something right now. It's in South Florida. I don't know if it's like this other roads, but I'm telling you, it's legitimately one of the scariest places to be is when you're trying to change a tire
on the highway.
It's so scary.
That's why I would just like get out of the car, go as far as possible from the road, and call somebody because I would not even know where to begin.
Oh my goodness, this is crazy! What a start to the morning, everybody!
Wow, I got to tell you,
what a start to the morning.
When it comes to cars, you would be classified as special needs because you.
No,
can't
that's crazy. Not being able to put air in your tire is wild.
Right? Holy smokes!
Sometimes
I wait. I picture Jennifer underneath that hood working that thing. Hand me a wrench.
Do
I look like somebody who's like?
Wait, you don't think Jennifer could do it?
Do I look like somebody who is good at manual labor?
No, it's not the manual labor thing, but it's just like
she's like, look at this. Does this face look like a face of manual labor?
Like not being able to change it, not being able to change a tire is a frequent occurrence. There's plenty of dudes who can't change a tire.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
There's no shame in that. That I'm not surprised by. Not being able to put air in the tire is basically being able, is like you telling me I can't turn on a light switch. Like it's pretty crazy.
You know what else is crazy? Like when I first started driving, they used to have like the car jack was a nice jack.
Oh yeah.
Like you just put it on the bar, crank that sucker up, it'll lift damn near any car you had, right? Yep. I had the little turn thing or the pump, it'll lift that thing up. You ain't never have to worry about it. Now you get like 3 bars.
Oh,
and you gotta finagle those bars and make sure they're balanced.
It comes in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, if you go in your car and go in the back and lift up the bottom of your trunk, you got tools back there.
For sure. Yeah, you do. And they're usually like in a bag or something like that, keep it all together.
Good to know.
You know what else I always, I don't care how great or expensive my car is, the first thing I do is put jumper cables in the back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I also would have nowhere to begin. Like I would not know where to begin if I had to do jumper cables to jump to a car. I wouldn't even know.
I'm like, look, I'm not gonna say that's surprising. You've started the bar at I can't put air in my tires. So none of that is surprising to me.
Wait. Once you start with I can't put air in the tire.
Yeah, I think
now, like you're in kindergarten And all the other stuff we talk about is 5th grade.
If you said Tobin and Leroy starting the car, kind of a challenge. Like,
push just starts. Listen, now it's kind of hard. It's not that easy anymore.
Man. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Kia. You got some nice tires over there. Choose over 500 new Kia models and inventory of the Sports Sorrento and Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Miami Dolphins have their preseason finale tomorrow against the Jaguars. 7 o'clock is your kickoff. We will be on the air here on 104.3 FM.
Tell them about that extra hour, Tobes.
Not that extra. It's a dress rehearsal for us too, dude. 4 p.m. we get going tomorrow. So
is it because it's 4 p.m.? Well, is it because the game's at 7? I think if the game was at 1, you still have 2 hours.
I think that's possible. I think, the way I understand it is I think Sports Day is on tomorrow from 12 to 4. And Glenn decided instead of a 5-hour sports day, because Dan Day also has to do the post game. I think he's just like, because we could go out, we could go to Infinity Sports Now. He goes, let's just go local. So he goes, a dress rehearsal for you guys too.
Right.
So we're ready. We got a couple of weeks off, and then we're ready for 4 hours of Game Day Uncensored every single.
You always ask me this.
Yep.
And I'm gonna ask you this: what would you like to see in tomorrow's game, regardless of who's playing, regardless of the circumstances? What would you like to see in tomorrow's preseason game that would make you feel good about where this team is?
To be honest with you, I do feel like there's a pretty good grip on everything. Like I think that we've established in the running back room. First of all, it sounds like it's going to be a busy Ollie Gordon day, because I don't know if Jalen Wright's going to bounce back unless he really feels threatened for his job, but I don't know how seriously hurt he is. We won't really know that. Right. So I think I'm all about watching Ollie Gordon tomorrow, because he's been a very exciting watch. Kind of interested in this wide receiver battle. Like, we feel like it feels kind of crowded. You got, Taj Washington, and you got D. Eskridge, who's balling out. Kind of feels like D, I would imagine, because he's been such a good returner. I would imagine he's got the leg.
See, that's where, and just to be clear with a lot of these things, when it comes to 2 guys that have performed close in preseason, the one thing that they'll look at is who plays special teams. And
right.
That's why a lot of veterans get cut, even though they've done some good work in the preseason, is because they don't do anything else. And Bill Belichick used to say this thing. He says, we have a 53-man roster, but we have 80 players based on the flexibility of what everybody can do. And that's always a positive for your roster. So I think, we're talking about the battle of the others.
Yep.
And I would say D. Eskridge, to me, and along with Ollie Gordon, along with a couple of these running backs, like guys that just got here last week,
right,
have done some stuff that at least makes you aware and makes you have to think about the decisions you have to make.
Yeah, because I was surprised. I was looking last year at the 53 out of camp, and they only kept 4 wide receivers. But, that's because Ezukama was hurt and Craycraft was hurt. But, you got Tyreek, Malik Washington, Jalen Waddle. I assume Nick Westbrook-Akina is making the team because they gave him money coming in. And so, if you're looking at a 5th receiver, you got D. Eskridge, you got Ezukama, Taj Washington, the Weasel.
So
AJ
here's how you
Henning.
do this. Of those guys, who's a returner?
D. Eskridge and I think AJ Henning have been doing the returning. And I think D. Eskridge is kind of
that moves them up a little bit.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So and that's how you have to do this.
Feels like
also let's think about this. Who can I put on the practice squad that won't get swiped up?
Yeah, I don't feel like Taj Washington's gonna get gobbled up because he was injured all last year, late pick. I think he'll make it, and I think the Weasel.
Yeah.
We got to keep the weasel. I think Azukama's probably the one who's in danger, right?
Which is crazy because he's been a camp stud for the last 2 years.
Speaking of camp stud, did you see Skylar Thompson did it again yesterday in preseason?
What, threw for 1 million yards?
For 1 million yards. He's just like he literally is preseason Dan Marino. Like, this is crazy. I guess now he's preseason Terry Bradshaw, if you will, but like it's insane.
It's crazy, right?
Let me see what the numbers were yesterday. The final tally on it, but yeah, he's doing this, and everybody's like, the Dolphin fans even do. Whoa, was it the system? Like, no, look, can I see a regular season game of him doing it?
Here's what I would say. Unlike any other position, so if you're a running back and somebody gets hurt and then you have to play, you just move up, right? You just run the ball. You do what you've always done. There's not a whole bunch of talk about it. They just hope that you can carry the slack, right? I knew I was going to play and start 3 or 4 games a year because Robert was going to get banged up. That was my deal. I knew it. Everybody was comfortable with it. I had played before, so it was no big deal. When you make that a quarterback, now you become the spokesperson for the offense. So that means now you're getting the weekly interviews. Now you're getting all the attention that you don't really want. You want to concentrate on playing. And what ends up happening is the circumstances outweigh what you feel you have to do, meaning that now you feel you have to play to a certain standard and you forget to go out and play your game. And that's why when you have a veteran backup, that veteran backup doesn't feel that because he has been that guy before. And so he can just go out and play. For a young guy, it's a little bit different because you've been living in anonymity for however long you've been in the league.
Yeah. Prez says that he just muffed a punt last week, Eskridge. I understand, but he came back and he had a really good drive, and Mike McDaniel was all about that, like having the great drive after the muffed punt. And AJ Henning muffed a punt last week too, so they both did.
If you're a returner, right? You're gonna muff a punt. It happens. It happens to the greatest of great. Like, for some reason, that is a extremely dangerous job. And I tell you this all the time. You got to have one eyeball looking at the ball, one eyeball looking at, and you got to figure out while that ball's in the air, can I catch it and run? Should I fair catch? Which way is the protection going? How's this blocking? Who's free? Who's going to get picked up? Boom, the ball's in your lap. And so you need reps, right? Because it's a little bit different in NFL than college. College, the punter kicks it as far as he can. Sometimes he outkicks the coverage. You can dance around and make everybody miss. You get to the NFL, it's directional punting. The way they rush you is because of that directional punting, and it's a little bit different. So I expect, and I always have, at some point, young guys are going to muff a punt. And it happens to the best of us, happens to the best of return guys. You just, I don't read into it that much.
We'll take a break. We'll get more into it. The battles we're looking into tomorrow. Take a break. More to come here on Tobin and Leroy after this.
Sports lives here. 104.3 FM.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on 104.3 FM, WQAM. We take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Marlins back at it tonight. They start a series with the Blue Jays. But I'm very excited because it's Luis Castillo weekend, baby.
Yeah.
Luis Castillo is going in the Marlins Hall of Fame. I looked it up, Leroy. 28 career home runs, 26 from the left side. No.
Wait, he played how many years?
I don't know. I'd probably say over a dozen.
And he only had 28 home runs?
He wasn't a power hitter. It wasn't his thing, but he was a monster power hitter. If you talk about just proportion of right side to left side.
So he hit like Ichiro.
He was I would say like Ichiro had like that famous, like swinging run into first base at the same time.
Ichiro swung like he played women's softball. That's how they hit the
ball. Little bit, yes.
Yeah, the left-handers, they start running to first base and then slap it.
But Louis, he had like that little squat style, and he would poke it to the other side or he'd go over the middle. And the guy had a 35 game hit streak at one point. Yeah. He was really turning heads with how impressive he was with that. But dude, when he flipped to that right side, mashed it. And honestly, one of the best defenders I've ever seen. I mean, he was so good.
You know what? That was back in the day where if you played a certain position, we didn't even look at your hitting stats. So catcher, shortstop, wasn't a premium on hitting. Then that all changed to where everybody had to.
Yeah, everybody has to match.
Still not as much with the catcher.
No, I mean, catcher. If you have a hitting catcher, that's why what Cal Raleigh's doing is so impressive. If you have a hitting catcher, I mean, he's having one of the best home run hitting seasons a catcher has ever had.
Right.
And
I'm talking about a true catcher, not who's my man for the Mets that came down here for 3 seconds.
Piazza?
Yeah.
He was a true catcher. He just wasn't very good, like as far as running. He wasn't very good as far as throwing out runners. Like it was a free for all when you had Piazza behind the plate. But Luis Castillo is going in there. Proper choice. Number 1 in your hearts, number 1 in your programs.
Yep.
Happy for Louis. But the Miami Dolphins, they'll be back at it tomorrow. And they got themselves a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mr. Duval.
Oh, that's just it's creepy.
It is creepy. It is. He said that they're not playing the starters. The Jaguars are not.
So here's I was looking at the chat.
Yeah.
Right. And I saw something that like I was like, yeah, I can deal with that. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay. In the meanwhile, do you want to know who the Jaguars backup quarterback is?
Who?
Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins.
So get ready for that, dude.
All right. It's Al Mackey said it. Power runs and pass protection.
That's what he's looking for?
Yep. And okay. I could deal. I want to see, because of how unfluid the offensive line is, then no matter who is in there, I need to see them play a certain way, because during the course of a season, they might end up playing. So when it comes to offensive line, I don't care who's in there. I want to see the mentality in which they play. And I want to see if these running backs are going to continue to run hard and physical and whatever, because we haven't seen this since, the first year
of them running like this?
McDaniel?
Yeah, I would say like once you mentioned, like they had a different switch once Jeff Wilson got there in the middle of the first year. That seemed to kind of light a fire.
Right, but it's almost like, and here's what's weird about this whole situation. It's almost like he recognized we need to run the ball more physical then, and he brought in Jeff Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, and I would say this, when Achane started balling, right, they figured, because of Achane, his size, that we need to run him in a way that best fits his skill set. And what I would say is this: your speed becomes even more potent when a play is designed to go inside and then you pop that thing outside.
I'm really bothered by Schmeeth, and I know I shouldn't be because he's a professional troll, but he says, great, what are they going to do next? Have Chris Coughlin Day? Maybe the Heat will have a Carlos Arroyo Day. And I just why are you disrespecting Luis Castillo, Schmeethan? It would be like he's the equivalent to Tim Hardaway. I don't like what you're doing. Will not have the name of Luis Castillo slandered in this chat.
Right.
Speaking of running physical, Ollie Gordon, he talked about, listen, man, no run side to side for me. I'm going north-south. Let's go, baby.
It's really whenever I get the ball, it's me or them, honestly, and I'd rather not get put on the highlight tape and, make my lineman blocks pay for it. So, I'd rather just run behind them. They're going to get a hat on the hat and just getting downhill, I feel like that's more of my style than sideways, I always get to go north to south.
Yep. When I got into the league, I had a coach. We were going through the first day of camp. And keep in mind, when you're in college, you're faster than a lot of guys, right? So you can kind of, as a running back, you can kind of run wherever the hell you want. Now, what helped me was we played a wishbone, and I played all three positions. But when you play the front of the wishbone, you're a yard behind the quarterback. So all your decisions have to happen that much quicker. So that helped me. But when you have plays and you run it outside, you're faster than everybody. So you can get to a lot of places you can't get to in the NFL. So when I got to Cleveland and I had a couple of runs, and he said, he did this to me, 5. And what does that mean?
$5
He said, I will explain as we go. So as camp went on, I'd get a ball, I look a little tight inside, boom, I'd just run it outside. Get a horse collared, 2-yard gain. He goes, that's 1. Right? And we got all the way to 5. And he said, listen, these guys are bigger than you and in some cases faster than you. You ain't going to get out there just by running out there. You can set them up and then bounce it, right? That's different. But you're not just going to, but you have to have elite speed to just take a ball and run outside and outrun everybody. And in fact, it very rarely happens.
Who was this running back, Mr. Miyagi, who was putting you through mind tests?
I can't think of his name. His first name was George.
This was rookie year?
My rookie year.
And I'll look it up. I'll do some research on that.
And so that was part of, he said, part of the reason why you're here is because you have the ability to read, things very quickly because you played in the front of the wishbone. So I picked up on that, and that's kind of how my career started. Even with Robert Smith, who was a lot faster than me, right? Most of his big runs started inside, through the hole, then bounce. They very rarely happen where you just catch a toss and run it outside. And that's one of the things you learn as a running back. So
the coach was George Sefcich.
Yeah.
Is that how I say it?
Yeah. Yeah. And so
no longer with us.
Yes, I know. And so from that standpoint, when I see like even Achane, when you see some of his best runs, they usually start inside. Then he bounces and outruns everybody.
You want to know what old George's first coaching gig was?
What?
He was the 1964 University of Notre Dame wide receivers coach.
I knew there was a reason why I didn't like him. I'm just kidding. So like, yeah, there's certain things you have to learn. So when you have a guy that comes in and understands what his strengths are and how he's going to best be able to perform, I appreciate it. I appreciate him doing that. It doesn't mean that you can't break one. It doesn't mean you can't have the same long runs as some of the faster guys. It just means that how you go about it and how you get to that point has to be different.
Man, old Coach George. We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. Back after this. All right, welcome back, you rascals. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. 104.3 FM, WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. It's a Friday. We got the fish back in action. We'll get to Leroy's. We'll tickle Leroy's fancy coming up later on next hour. Get you ready for the weekend slate. All things to happen. Saw last night the PFL at the Hard Rock. Fabian Edwards. Leon Edwards' brother. Did you see how he won the title, Leroy?
No.
Won via head kick.
Oh.
Head kick KO in the third round. Didn't wait till the last second like his brother did. But against Kamaru Usman, but he won via head kick KO to win the middleweight championship and the $500,000 bonus from the PFL.
Cool.
So that was a cool story. I'm a little confused by something. We'll get back into the Dolphins here in just a second, but I have to, and I just want to be clear here. I'm just asking questions, okay?
Oh boy.
No. I just want to be clear here.
No.
Right? This is a Tobes disclaimer. All right? I am not accusing. I am not insinuating. And I am not, putting any evil on anyone, Ricky Bobby.
But I would say buckle up just in case you feel that way.
I am just merely asking questions.
Okay.
So today, we got a Shams bomb. And it was in regard to Malik Beasley.
Right.
Who, of course, had a tough offseason. He had a $40 million contract basically nuked by this federal investigation because, much like the Heat's Terry Rozier, some prop bets were going around Malik Beasley. And not that anybody could prove that he did anything, but there seemed to be some wonky action around his games. And then there were some weird highlights that everybody was pointing to. And he basically got ousted from the Detroit Pistons because of this whole investigation. And Duncan Robinson got that munyon. Right. So today, Shams Charania reports good news from Malik Beasley. And that is, he is no longer the target of a federal gambling probe investigation. That's what Shams reported today. Malik Beasley, no longer the target of a federal gambling investigation conducted by the Eastern District of New York. His attorneys, Steve Haney and Mike Schrader, tell ESPN on Friday, potentially reopening free agency for one of the NBA's top shooter. Haney and Schrader told ESPN that they've had extensive conversations and meetings in the Eastern District of New York and received determination on Beasley not being considered a target after the allegations regarding gambling on NBA games and prop bets during the 23-24 season. Months after this investigation commenced, Malik remains uncharged and is not the target of this investigation. Haney told ESPN an allegation with no charge, indictment, or conviction should never be the catastrophic consequence that it has caused Malik. This has literally been the opposite of the presumption of innocence. So, I say all that to say...
boy! Wait, can I say it? Can I do it, please? Because I know how you think. The Heat lost Duncan Robinson. It would just be right if we got Malik Beasley.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking at all.
Oh, really?
That's not what I was thinking at all.
Really?
No, that's not what I was thinking.
Okay.
No, I know we're not getting Malik Beasley. We just cut Haywood Highsmith for salary. We're certainly not paying Malik Beasley. No, my question was, why the hell is Terry Rozier not cleared then? Terry Rozier has been under this umbrella now since last January.
He's the basketball Miami Hurricanes.
What the hell's going on there? Why does he still have the cloud that is hanging over him that's been going on since January?
Maybe because he's guilty.
Brittany, we don't know that.
No, okay.
We don't know that.
Allegedly. But I mean in a way of maybe the investigation is still ongoing because they remember in the Malik Beasley thing, was it connected? Is it a connected investigation of them
they believe it's all under the same probe.
Okay,
so
well,
I believe
that's
that
the thing. He's Malik Beasley in the tweet that you just tweeted. Malik Beasley is not the emphasis of the investigation anymore. So that leads you to think, who is the emphasis?
Well, I don't know who the emphasis is on. That's why I'm asking questions, and I have no idea. And I know that his basketball play last year did not deter suspicions of what the hell was going on, because I've never seen a basketball player fall off the face of the earth like that, unless it was all the neck injury. I don't know. Now, I mean, look, Shams did do this before. Remember, he was on McAfee and he had said that Terry Rozier was in the clear, and then other reports had come out and said, no, he's not.
No.
So it is Malik Beasley's attorney saying this. I think Terry Rozier's attorney has also said something similar to this, but I don't believe the last time he spoke, I don't believe he had been given any clearance. He believed he was going to get clearance. Their lawyers are making it seem like he's in the clear. Now, maybe there's more.
I need to see paperwork from the government.
True. Because
agree.
maybe there's more urgency with Malik, because Malik doesn't have a job right now. Terry Rozier has $26 million guaranteed coming his way, or
That's
24, whatever.
I don't know.
So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't want to just assume that we all think Terry Rozier did it, because I think I think on the wrong end we're all hoping Terry Rozier did it so that his contract comes off the books, and I really don't want that to be the case. I hope Terry Rozier is innocent. By all accounts, really great guy, but I don't know what the hell's going on here, because I'm very frustrated, because this is still, like Leroy said, lingering almost like an Al Golden Canes cloud over Terry Rozier. We don't know if he did it. We don't know if he didn't do it. What I do know is, why did Malik Beasley at least get a report out here? It's like, oh, nothing to see here. And Terry Rozier was like, nothing to see here. And then it's like, never mind, there is something still to see here. We don't know if there's anything to see here. Is there anything to see here?
I would say it's weird how this has happened, because in both of these cases, I haven't heard the government say he's clear.
Right.
Even with the Terry Rozier thing, it was always his representative saying he is clear. So can we still believe that Malik is clear when we haven't heard from the government, from the people investigating him? We've only heard from his representatives.
True.
So
That's
until
true.
I hear from the people that are pursuing charges or whatever, or the investigation, until they say the parties involved are clear, I don't believe nothing. Because we already heard this with Terry Rozier, his representative saying he was cleared.
They said something very similar. Like,
right.
He's not going to
very
be
similar. So nope. Mm-mm.
But if Malik Beasley gets picked up by a team and signed, can we just assume that that report?
I would think that's fair. I would say if somebody's going to do it,
right, because they're going to do their due diligence.
Exactly.
And I would say I would call the federal government and say, hey, we're getting ready to give this guy a lot of money. Is he clear or not?
This is because this is what Terry Rozier's attorney said, Jim Trusty, which is just a funny name for a lawyer.
Because trust should
Lawyers.
be nowhere in his name.
This was on ESPN's report. Now, mind you, this was a report just detailing the betting action around him. It did not say he is cleared or anything like that. That's what Shams is putting out there, which is what he put out originally on McAfee on Terry Rozier, which turned out that it wasn't true. Rozier's attorney, Jim Trusty, said that while federal inquiry remains ongoing, his client is not the target of an investigation. A spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office, the Eastern District of New York, said in an email they could not confirm or deny Rozier's status in the investigation and declined to comment further. Trusty said that Rozier met with NBA and FBI officials multiple times in 23. The initial investigation determined that he had done nothing wrong. That was an NBA investigation. It's unfortunate that he has a big name in sports and has to endure all of this. My hope and expectation is that at some point they'll be done with their investigation and be professional enough to let us know that it's 100% over and that they reached the same conclusion that was reached in 2023. Now, this was a story from ESPN last month. But again, this cloud around Terry Rozier has been here since January, and it feels like it's still lingering while Malik Beasley is like they're trying to put in the clear. But Leroy is right. It is his attorneys. It's not the government. But
right. So
they're acting like they got acting like they got the AOK.
There was a massive disparity in what you just said versus what like Malik Beasley's statement and the Terry Rozier statement. There was a huge
because they're saying they got the clear.
Exactly.
He's saying he's hoping they get the clear.
Yeah, like he was found, like he was cleared in 2023, and then he's still under investigation. So they're hoping that they come to the same conclusion that happened in 2023.
Then my question is, and here's where I am going to put my Tobin hat on.
Hello.
How could the Malik Beasley thing come so quickly And the Terry Rozier thing lasts for 2.5, 3 years.
Well, I think they're both the same thing, but the investigation that Terry's been under has been since January. So it's, I guess, what are we at? 8 months? But still, it's 8 months. I mean, Malik Beasley was in the summer.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It was like 12 seconds.
Yeah. I don't know why it seems like it happened so fast.
And keep in mind, and I would just say this. One of the reasons why I have a hard time with this, right, is that as much money as they get paid, there is no scandal that's going to pay them more.
Right.
So why even risk it?
Oh, I'm 100% with you. The thing here is, though, I guess the urgency, I would say on Malik Beasley's part, maybe it's just more because he's unemployed right now.
But that shouldn't play a role in the investigation.
But maybe his lawyers are pushing the narrative out there so he can get a job. I mean, listen, there's a lot of other stuff.
I would say this though. What if his agent is threatening to sue because of lost wages?
I don't think he can.
And you don't have that situation.
He didn't have a contract.
No, but he was offered one. That's still lost wages if they rescinded it.
I don't think they can sue for that, dude. Can they sue for that?
Hold on. If you were getting ready to sign a big deal at ESPN, right? And then your current company or says you were into something and ESPN rescinds your offer, and then you were cleared, right? You can immediately go to the company that you work for and say, hey, where's this information coming from? How did you get this? And you could say, you cost me money.
Except it's not coming from a company. It's coming from gamblers. So, like, I suppose you could sue the gamblers.
Or gamblers are the ones that are.
Yeah, they're the ones getting like this is where it's all coming from. It's not like the.
No, I understand. No, how they got to the point where the anomalies and the betting patterns. Okay, I'm not disputing that. Okay, to why they decided they needed to have an investigation. But what I'm saying is, if it was egregious that they got to that conclusion that maybe he was doing something, okay, what if his attorneys were putting pressure on people that, hey man, you just cost my guy $40 million. You need there's nothing to see here. And you cost him $40 million because they rescinded the offer. That, if you put that kind of pressure on them.
So who's he suing? The government?
Whoever's bringing these charges.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know who
that's the way to. I'm sorry, but
I'm just saying, like, there's a difference between like if a company.
You can sue the government.
I guess. I don't know.
If what they're doing is egregious and you can prove it, and it costs you money. And if something wasn't true or something wasn't, then that $40 million is lost. And what if he only gets a contract for $10 million a year? Right. That's $20 million that was lost. Why wouldn't his lawyers threaten to sue for that money unless he's clear?
You can threaten to sue for anything. I don't know. I guess the question is, would he win? I don't think he would win.
Right.
Would he get settled with would he win a settlement like the NFL is going to do with John Gruden, right?
Yes.
John Gruden was wrong. They're gonna obviously settle because they don't want something to come out. I don't know what the fear of settling would be with that.
The fear is
like,
who's ever running that investigation. If there was an issue with the investigation and that man lost $40 million, yeah. Now, I don't know if any of this is possible. I don't know. Well, it's possible. You can always sue. I don't know if any of this is legitimate, but if I'm representing Malik Beasley, I'm 100% threatening that
I think you're probably right in the urgency of it because he doesn't have a job right now. Like Terry Rozier, unless something really, really cataclysmic comes out, is going to make at least $25 million.
Right. So, but here's the deal. The difference is, up to this point of both of these investigations, Terry Rozier has not lost a penny.
Right.
Malik Beasley, as of right now, has lost $40 million.
That could be a part of it. And to lead back to, does this make Terry Rozier look more guilty? We don't really know.
Well, also, it's just probably in Terry Rozier's best interest to prolong the investigation as much as possible, so he gets the guaranteed money.
That's fair.
Just in case.
Just get it in the bank.
Yeah, like to
because I know certain athletes get paid differently too. Like some NBA players get paid in the summer, their whole, I think, kit and caboodle, and some get it every 2 weeks.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know what we don't know how he's getting paid, but it is. It definitely like was noticeable. We're way over. We gotta take a break. My clock's broken in here though. Go Len. You can't get mad at me. Back after this. Sports Quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Hour Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of
Hour 2 of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 104.3 FM, WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. I saw some comments, by the way, in the chat that our Odyssey app was having some echoing issues. I think they're done, but if those continue, let me know. And do it seriously. Don't be a troll bastard. Schmeethan. Doesn't appear to be an issue on the video stream, but I want to make sure that's okay.
Kara said, I haven't heard Kitten Caboodle since 1995.
Totally fair.
Is it
Kit Caboodle or
Kit and Caboodle?
You know, dude, I don't know. I don't know, nor do I care.
I think it's Kit and Caboodle, not Kitten Caboodle.
It's not a baby cat.
So that's probably why you haven't heard it since 95.
I don't believe it is. I don't believe it's an infant cat. I don't think that's how it is. Let's get to our headlines.
Oh my God! Wait, hold on. Tobin is only familiar with Kit and Cat.
I do like Kit Kats. Who doesn't like Kit Kats? Come on, be real.
Wait, you remember they came out with the churro?
They did?
Yeah, churro Kit Kat.
I don't know if I like to venture off flavors on my favorite candies. You know, like
Well, what about Pop Tarts? Pop Tarts now have Girl Scout flavors.
I've heard that. I have not dove into that. Maybe I will. We'll see. Headlines brought to you by Doral Kia. Choose from over 500 new Kia models in inventory at the Sports Sorrento and Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. We'll see.
Is Tua playing?
Tua's playing.
Okay, good.
Tua is playing. He's going to give it a go. I don't know how long they're going to play, but it sounds like I think they're going to get a little bit of run.
You know what? I always got asked, as I got further in my career, do you want a series here? Do you want another one? Or are you good? And I remember I said, no, let me get about 3-4 more carries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tore my rotator cuff.
Jeez.
I know. I played the whole year with it. It sucked, but that sucked.
Yeah, I remember there was one year. The Dolphins sucked so bad on offense that Tony Sperano got mad and he played the offensive line in the 4th game, and then that's when there were 4 games nobody did that, and Jake Long got hurt, and we're like, no.
But I don't want to sound old when I say this, right? There's only one way to prepare for a football season, and that's by playing football. And the only opportunity you have to play football are these preseason games.
Right.
You can practice and you can have physical practices, but physical practice without tackling or physical practice without being taken to the ground is still not the game. And so I would say, now I heard that they were talking about that guys' legs are tired. Yeah, you got to work through that.
Who said their legs are tired?
Somebody said that guys look tired. Either it was this morning. Did I hear it this morning with Omar, or
they're just saying that camp looked a little flat yesterday,
or just they look. And I'm like, that's what camp is. You fight through that. Would you rather go through that in game 3?
Right.
So you work yourself through that soreness so that your body is prepared. I don't like, and coming from me, I hated camp. So this is not coming from a person that looked forward to camp, but I understood the purpose of it. To say we're protecting guys, to say, and Menu 631 says, guys look tired 2 weeks in. It's not that they're out of shape. It's that you haven't, even when you're working out in the off season, you don't put this much stress on your body. And so, like, because you don't have 2-a-days, like when you had 2-a-days, you'd have it for the first week and a half and you're done. And then you kind of start working through it. And then after those first 2 weeks of camp, then you didn't have 2-a-days anymore. So, but you have to go through certain things during camp to get ready for the long season. And I would hate, and this is what I wonder about Tyreek, right? And no way in time has he played 40, 50 plays in camp at a level of game time, right? So when he gets in and he plays the first game and they play 50, 60 plays and he plays 40 and 50, 40 to 50 of them, and then next week or 2 weeks, his legs are sore or he has a small tissue injury, are we going to be shocked?
I mean, look, there was a point where he would tell people, he said, Cheetah, don't get hurt. And now he's on the other side of 30 and he's been dealing with the first injuries of his life.
I don't put that at Cheetah being 30, right? I don't. There's been plenty of guys that have played well over 30 at that position.
Yeah, but he's a freak speed guy, Leroy. Like, would it be crazy?
Well, to me, yes.
Okay.
If that just from running sprints.
No, but we there are cases of guys like once you start getting the injuries, like they start catching up with you, right?
Well, certain injuries, like if you're a guy that does a lot of running and you start getting soft tissue injuries like hammies, quads, yes, then I could say, you're pushing your body too much.
He's had a wrist. He had the whole thing with his knee that we didn't know about last year. Now he's got an oblique. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. I mean,
so I think hopefully it's just hopefully he can just pick up where it is.
Or you want the other side of it?
Yeah.
That I thought about this the other day. What if the Dolphins are seeing if they can play and be successful without Tua?
Tyreek. Well, Tua did talk about this. This was a Tua.
Because even Tua is like, enough, right? He's not saying those words, but he's kind of, we need to get some work in. We need to do this. And he's kind of directing that towards Tyreek.
We played yesterday how he was like mentioning Waddle, how he really wants to get work with Waddle. But this was him on how Tyreek being out has given him some time with some other receivers. Here was Tua after practice yesterday.
I would say with Tyreek being out, it does give us an opportunity to work on, more things with Waddle, work on more things with Malik. It also allows me the opportunity to see which guys I can trust, which guys I can depend on when guys like Tyreek, or even, sometimes throughout the practice, Jalen is sat down by the trainers or whatnot. It allows me the opportunity to see who's in their playbook, who knows where to be in what spots, and then play within the timing of that play. So that's a cool opportunity for those guys with Tyreek not being in there. But, like anything else, that takes practice, and we just got to continue to work on being on the same page.
There you go.
So okay, that still sounds like he's throwing a little, hey Tyreek, we need to get some work in.
But do we really think like Tyreek's not like he's not the type of guy that skimps out? Like I think Tyreek.
Listen, I'm not saying that at all.
Mm-hmm.
But what I am saying is, you think your last football could be in January? And you just gonna pick up where you left off with no real work?
I get it, but I also think that I think there has been this idea that Tua is going to start turning towards Jalen Waddle, and I just think that all things being equal, like if Tyreek Hill is lining up week 1, and we get a healthy Waddle and Tyreek season, Tyreek's going to have better numbers.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
he's a better player.
No,
it's nothing against Jalen Waddle,
but I would say this. Regardless of how good or special a player is, quarterbacks work on comfort. Quarterbacks throw the ball to people they're comfortable with or they're absolutely positively sure, especially with Tua. Tua's throwing the ball to open areas. He's not throwing it to people.
Yeah, but they've had a lot of success together, though.
Yes. Yes,
Like,
I'm
does
not.
that go?
I'm
I
not
guess what I'm
okay,
saying,
but you
I guess
can't
I'm just
here.
saying
You
this.
can't use both sides of this. You can't say he's over 30 and then say, but they've had a lot of success together.
No, they're two different things. I'm asking
Not
you.
really.
They are, because I'm asking
Because
you.
if you say Tua can count on Tyreek now, then the 30 thing doesn't matter.
Well, I set off I set off the jump. What I just said is, if they're healthy and they're giving me a full season, I still think that Tyreek Hill is going to give you. So I gave you that caveat already.
Okay.
My other question about injuries was just a question of, do you think this is under 30? And you said no. So
No,
now
I
I'm
don't.
going back to the premonition of, okay, so if it's not injuries and we think he's going to be healthy, yeah, I still think that he's not. It's not like Tua's going to go into this year. Tyreek Hill's there, Jalen Waddle's there, and we're going to change up on how often he's going to go to Tyreek Hill. I just don't think that's the case. He's too good. If we're just saying Tyreek, and it's not like he hasn't had success with them. This is their 4th season together.
Yeah. No. I'm not. Listen, all this stuff you're saying is accurate, but I'm telling you, quarterbacks, if you haven't practiced with a guy and haven't performed at that high level since last January, sometimes your comfort goes other places until you're comfortable with where they are. Now, the whole camp, Tua has talked about getting some work in. They haven't been able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And as a quarterback, I'm going to say that these quarterbacks are real finicky when it comes to, can I trust you? Are you going to be where you're supposed to be? I'm not saying that this is the case with Tyreek, but I'm saying when Tua drops back, if he's had 50 plays of work with Waddle on a certain route and he's only had 5 plays with Tyreek, regardless of how great Tyreek is, he's going to look towards Waddle because he's going to feel more comfortable.
We'll take a break here on the show and get into it, but it is going to be exciting, that first game.
Yep.
Watching the Dolphins. Can't wait for it. Tell you where you're going to be able to watch it, though. Right there on Paramount Plus. Because Sports Talk on WQAM is presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much these days, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game every Sunday on CBS and Paramount Plus all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Back after this. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 104.3 FM WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Get your training camp update brought to us by Miami-Dade County Public Schools Technical Colleges. Enroll today in one of over 60 Miami-Dade County Public School Technical Colleges affordable training programs and get fast-tracked to a financially rewarding career in 1 to 2 years. Convenient day and evening classes give you the flexibility you need while you learn. Go to careerinayear.com and get there. As the Dolphins will be back at it tomorrow. Some of your comments here in on the chat. Cody says Quinn Ewers looks comfortable throwing to anybody. Yeah, the word was he didn't get many reps yesterday. That was the word that apparently he didn't get many reps yesterday, which is kind of a bummer. But I get it. They're going to give Zach Wilson. Look, they made a big deal about bringing in Zach Wilson. I mean, this Mike McDaniels, he was like, oh yeah, like it was kind of like he wanted a new toy. Like he had figured 2 out, and now he wants to try and if he could be figuring out Zach and fix that, make him a little rehab project. But
things change, right?
Things change, right?
So you bring a guy in, and we've seen this happen on other teams. They signed a guy to a $25 million contract when Russ got drafted.
Did you see, by the way, speaking of Russell Wilson, did you see yesterday Jackson Dart, rookie quarterback for the Giants? He was on the sidelines with Jameis Winston, and he fed Jameis Winston the W.
Yeah.
So instead of Jameis Winston just eating the W by himself, he was feeding him the W from the side. And he is referring to that Jameis Winston has dubbed Tommy DeVito, and Jackson Dart as the three amigos, which made me wonder, Russell Wilson not in the amigos, huh? Like, there were only 3 of them. So I guess you gotta cut somebody out, but Russell Wilson not there for the silly sauce?
No.
No?
Does he seem like the kind of guy that is there for silly sauce?
Guys, let me be in. Come on.
Like there's a fine line in football between being one of the guys and being serious guy. You see what I'm saying? Like you still, to be a part of the crew, you still got to be able to yuck it up with them. And if you don't,
Unlimited.
if you don't ever have those interactions where you're just being silly, then other guys on the team will feel that you're not one of them.
I don't know what just happened. We had some guy just
Right?
roll up here. Does that not make you uncomfortable,
No,
Brittany?
it made me very uncomfortable.
Some
He
guy
looked
just
at me-
rolled up here with a what looks to be a tray cart and blueprints.
He looked at me right in my face. I was like,
Well, listen, no offense to Mr. Blueprint guy over here. He didn't exactly come in with subtlety. Rolled in here looking like Stephen King.
I mean, why does he need
It's gotta-
blueprints? The building's already built.
I don't
he
know.
literally has blueprints.
He literally has blueprints. I don't know. Maybe he's putting together a heist. Maybe that was the mastermind behind the Heat heist. He's like,
Let's say Ocean's Dose.
yeah. I was like, man, Russell Wilson, not one of the friends there, huh? All
I mean,
right.
think about wherever Russell Wilson has been. Has he ever been that guy? Have you ever seen Russell Wilson part of the silly sauce?
No.
He tried. I mean, I don't know how silly he was trying to be with Broncos country. Let's ride. Like, do you think he was being serious and people just
Yes! He's
Oh.
always been overly serious.
I don't know. I feel like he was trying to pander to, like being silly, like pander to the audience.
Oh, I don't think he's
and
trying
it
to.
backfired.
Yeah, I mean, the Mr. Unlimited thing was the first time I remember. He's like, I've given myself a nickname. It's not, and it didn't go over like Kobe Bryant calling himself the Mamba.
It even
just
that
was.
even that had a level of insincerity that made you look at him even worse than you already did. Right?
Kobe or Russell Wilson?
Russell Wilson.
Oh,
Well, I think he's just one of those guys that probably like wants to fit in so bad, but he's just like,
Yes.
like
Yes.
it doesn't land well.
That-
So that's why he's
that
not.
is- He's like, hey guys, I'm down with the silly sauce. No, you're not.
no, you're not. They like make fun of him. Like they have a group chat just them 3, and they definitely make fun of him.
I mean, guys, there were really 4 Musketeers, even though they said 3. Like,
No,
no,
you can't, and you can't include yourself.
No, sorry, Russ.
You have to be invited.
Is he just gonna get? He's the starter, yeah. Like he is getting the start though.
I got to tell you what. I would be shocked if after about the third or fourth week, Jackson Dart is not the quarterback.
He looks good.
Yeah.
He does look impressive. But they've announced Russ, right? Like he is the guy.
I don't think they've announced it.
Yeah, they did. He
They
said
did?
Dayball says he's going with Russell Wilson. So
All right.
they're cutting. So Tommy Cutlets is getting the axe.
They got 70. They got, hey, I can tell you, what was their record last year?
I don't remember. Not good.
Think about this.
They drafted third.
Think about this. There's two teams. Between the both of them have 12 quarterbacks. One drafted second and one drafted third.
Yep.
So I'm not going to make it that what you want, but Cleveland's got a boatload of quarterbacks in the and you know how people say you keep doing it till you get it right. Is this right?
No idea.
Right.
Yeah, 3 wins for the both of them last year.
That's
Both
crazy, right?
3-14.
And they got all of the extra quarterbacks in the NFL. So who do you keep? Tommy Cutlets got to be out of there, right?
I think Tommy Cutlets is out. Yeah.
So you have 2 veterans, which is very rare. Most teams would either sign Russ or Jameson or Jameis, but most wouldn't sign both.
I think the GM came out yesterday and he said they're not trading Jameis.
I think they like him. Like, let me tell you something. The stuff you see with Jameis Winston is genuine. It's the weirdest thing because if you don't know him, you would think he's putting on a show. It's genuine. He is really that dude.
So they're gonna have 3. Are the Dolphins gonna keep 3? Like you think they're gonna go like all 3 of them on roster spots, or you think there's a shot?
I don't think you can put Quinn Ewers on
he's gonna get
practice
poached
squad, right? So yeah, you gotta keep 3.
Last
So
year
that means another position is gonna be. Well, somebody said Grid passed on Dart. No, actually, Dart was going to go in the second round, and the Giants moved back into the first round to draft him. And the reason why you do that, does everybody know why you move back into the first round to draft a quarterback that you maybe would draft in the second round?
So it doesn't get stolen? Oh, 5th-year option.
Fifth year option. That's
5th-year
exactly
option.
correct. Right.
Yep.
So to move up into the first round, you get another year.
I didn't know what was real or not real, but I saw that there was Browns are going to try and trade Kenny Pickett. Like that's the move. Even though he's hurt, he's got that hammy, so maybe they'll do like an
trade.
IR. Well, I don't know who wants him.
I mean,
maybe
I don't know if I could get a dozen Krispy Kremes
for Kenny Pickett.
I mean, really? Think about it. That's exactly right. If you go, that's half a dozen.
The Jaguars have Nick Mullins, so maybe they go to Jackson.
Who that is.
Exactly.
Isn't that like the guy with the long neck that was with Houston?
Long neck with Houston. I always feel like long neck. I think Mike Glennon.
Oh my
god, that's where I'm getting.
Well, he didn't have a long neck. He just had a tiny head.
No.
Right?
Oh, he had a real giraffe on him, dude.
Now, are we saying that because he was really tall? Because doesn't Flacco have the same?
No, dude. I'm going to send you Mike Glennon's neck.
No, you don't have to. I know.
Dude, looks like he
played for Cleveland.
It absolutely is not the guy with the long neck. So I have no idea who this guy is.
Oh, man. We will take a break here on Tobin and Leroy with Tickle Leroy's Fancy next. Nah. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to tickle Leroy's Ponce. Go around the weekend slate. See what Leroy is interested in watching this weekend. Are you ready, Leroy?
I am.
Starting off tomorrow morning at 3 a.m. UFC
Nope.
Shanghai.
Nope.
Why not, dude?
Dude, come
A
on.
little morning fight action?
If I can't stay up past 11
Yeah,
to watch a card happening in the U.S.,
yeah.
what makes you think I'm going to get up at 3 in the morning?
Starts at 3. I mean, the main card doesn't start till 6 a.m.
Are you going to watch it?
I probably will watch the co-main and the main. Although, dude, yesterday they had one of those bad weigh-ins where Brian Ortega, who he's been going through some stuff, right? He reportedly passed out at the hospital and the fight was canceled. And then all of a sudden they were like, catch weight 155 instead of 145.
And he's in.
And I'm like, what? I don't think you should fight if you pass out. I don't know. That's just me. The main event. See if this lures you in. Johnny Walker.
Blue?
Johnny Walker. He's
Black?
What?
Black?
Brazilian.
You
What?
You missed a bit, dude.
Oh, my bad. -1.
-1.
I go Johnny Walker Blue. He goes, no, what? Johnny Walker Black. He goes, no, Brazilian. And look, and Dave South said it perfectly. No silly sauce with discussing fighting with Toby.
Oh, you were genuinely asking. I apologize.
Takes his precious MMA so serious he couldn't even
-1. Show ponyiness.
I thought that you were just asking a genuine question.
If Johnny Walker was a basketball player or a football player, you would have picked up on that right away.
I apologize. I just thought you were just genuinely asking if he was black.
No, Johnny Walker Black. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, he's taking on Zhang the Mountain Tiger Mingyang.
No.
All right, I tried. What about
Fancy not tickled
tonight? Brittany, did you see that bit coming a mile away?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. It went over my head too. I did not hear the blue part, so I just heard.
I didn't hear blue either.
So I was like, oh, okay, like he's just genuinely curious. It went over my head. It really did.
I mean,
I thought it was like a hockey thing.
Johnny Walker being Brazilian is also
right. Well, I thought for sure that you were like asking like it was like a Duclair. You were like, oh yeah, I'm into that guy now, or a Seth Jones.
Oh my God!
You know what I'm moving.
That would go down in history as one. Like very rarely do I start a bit and you look at me like I'm crazy.
Marlins, Blue Jays tonight at 7:10. Tickle your fancy?
Yep. I'll be in on it. Now I will say this. I'm gonna be in on it because it'll start. Oh, you know what sucks?
What's that?
They're doing golf early.
Are they?
Because the rain.
What is the golf tournament?
Tour Championship. The Tour Championship. This is for, you collect points during the year, and then the top 30 guys play for about 20-something million.
But they split it up?
No, the winner gets 20, I think.
Oh, all right.
And then, I think the whole tournament pays 40 million for 30 guys.
Jake Ottos has definitely got to clip that. Oh, don't worry, it will be probably before we get the commercial.
I'm like, I was shocked that you didn't.
Anyway, tomorrow night at 7, Dolphins, Jaguars, preseason action. Took your fancy?
Yeah, I want to see if, like, I've been, and I'm not a preseason guy, you know that.
I do know that.
But for the purposes of this team, I've been paying attention to see if both the players and the coaches are making a conscious effort to, be different.
So your fancy's tickled?
And yes, it is. Because I think,
He is
to be
tickled.
honest with you, it doesn't matter who's playing. I want to see that attitude and I want to see that determination that I've seen from probably one of 5 running backs this preseason.
I'm so embarrassed I missed the bit.
Like,
Can't even focus the segment.
you can't, like, dude, it wasn't even like it was a stretch. It was like a softball.
It feels like I fumbled a football. It feels like I missed a free throw. Like I can't believe it. What about tonight? CBS.
Mm-hmm.
Vikings Titans. Tickle your fancy?
I'll kick the tires on a little bit.
Kick the tires, right?
I'll kick
Throw it
the
on
tires.
TV.
Like, I'm not really, again, not really in the preseason, but if I come across a preseason game, I'll have a look.
And yeah, that's it. That's my fancy.
Dave South said that was a bunny of a bit.
It was a bunny. I smoked it. Dude.
Like, it's just like
Terrible. I feel I don't even know if I can go on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
How much do you expect Tua to play?
I'm feeling a couple series. I don't think they're going to do the whole half thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Feels to me like you give them a couple series, maybe 3, and then because these drives have been going long, so and they're not taking on the starters,
which is amazing. Like, I will say this about every offense that Mike McDaniel has been a part of, even in San Francisco, like wide open talent, a whole bunch of plays and stuff like that. But every drive is 9, 10, 12 plays. It's the weirdest thing with as explosive as we think of these teams, how long they can sustain, which is more difficult than having Tyreek on the team and throwing a bomb. To have a 15-play drive, yeah.
Well, we put it off long enough. Something happened across the world yesterday that was very, very beautiful.
Oh,
we had ourselves a moment.
Dude, can I just tell you?
What?
I've had enough of this.
Why?
Okay. I have enough of your updates on something that nobody else in South Florida is watching but you.
Oh, dude, that's not true. We're all gathered in this together. I'm telling you. It's a moment. It's a moment. We'll tell you about it next. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 104.3 FM, WQAM. Got Game Day Uncensored coming your way tomorrow, 4 p.m. I was just reviewing the tape because that's what all players have to do. You know where I botched it? I thought you said on the first turn when I said Johnny Walker, I thought you said who?
I just reheard it. Like, I just re-listened to it too because I was cutting it. And when in real time, I thought he said who as well.
I thought you said who.
Yeah, you need to work on your
You're very
enunciation.
no, he said blue. He did. I misheard him, Brittany. I don't know. Maybe it was maybe we got cut off on the. I watched back the video and I'm like, oh, he said Johnny Walker. And at first he goes blue. I thought he said who.
I agree. Yeah.
Then I said it again and he just goes black. And I'm like, is he asking if Johnny Walker's black? I botched it so hard.
And you were like, and at first, I don't even think you because I also listened again, and I don't think you realized that you had gone around. He's like, oh, -1, and then it hit you that you were like, oh, it was rough. But whatever.
Hey,
It makes me feel better. I heard who as well.
Can I just say, like, you can't, like, that was a bunny.
I know. Terrible.
Oh.
Anyway, headlines. Let's get to them here in this hour, which are brought to us by our friends over at Doral Kia. Choose from over 500 new Kia miles in inventory at the Sport, Sorrento, and Telluride. Remember, when it comes to Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. So, yesterday, I had myself a day because Serbia gave Slovenia that work, dude. I mean, poor Luka. That dude doesn't have anybody on that team. He's sitting there with they need Goran out of retirement so hard, Leroy. Because Serbia, I mean, they are loaded. And they basically, Slovenia all they have is Luka. That's all they have. And they were losing at some points in this game by 40. Mind you, there was, I mean, mind you, this is also, they got 10-minute quarters, killing it. But I don't care if Luka's all by himself. He's still Luka. And you know who gave him the business? Jovic, dude. Nikola Jovic yesterday, Leroy.
I mean, let's be fair. Let's be fair. If Luka's down 40, you think he's giving Luka effort?
You know who put him down 40? The man who was holding his head under the water, Nikola Jovic. That's who, dude, because he had all the momentum moves yesterday. Leroy, I'm telling you, we're witnessing, and I cannot stress this enough. I know I maybe said this last year on the road trip against the Warriors, but I'm telling you right now, we are witnessing a moment in time for Nikola Jovic.
Well, let's hope Spo sees that, because you know what happens.
Did he see it? He was courtside.
Okay, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying.
Dude, I'm telling you right now. Look at it.
Joe Dirt says Slovenia versus Serbia, a festival of intangibles.
Oh, he's not wrong. There's no Dennis Schroeder. Look at Spo's face, Leroy. Look at him. He's like, look at you, Nico. Look at you. 18, Leroy.
Jovic is looking at him. You think I can get?
You think I can start, baby? Look at Adam Simon too. Adam Simon there with his like smitten. The two of them. I think there's no way you watch that, Leroy. Leroy, here. This is a big time rivalry. Okay, even though Slovenia is on hard times. 20,000 in his country yesterday. His head coach courtside. Leroy, he puts up a game high 18 points. Only plays like 3 quarters and not even the whole third quarter because the game was over. But he completely sunk Slovenia yesterday. And the last moment, Leroy, first of all, he was picking up Luka full court. Okay, so he was doing it on the other on defense. He had a moment yesterday that really swung the game, Leroy. All right, he missed a 3. It was his lone miss of the game. He books his ass down the court, gets the rebound off Slovenia's miss, gets his team out on the fast break, kicks it to Bogdanovic, puts Serbia up 10, and they never look back. And he was, just working them. He was running all over the place. It was a thing of beauty.
Dave South calls him Noses Malone. Wait. So, question.
For Twitcher.
And I don't say this to disparage anything you've said.
Yep.
But when you play on the same team as Joker,
Mm-hmm.
aren't you going to have some opportunities that a lot of people wouldn't have?
You are going to have opportunities, and that's fair. But here's the thing. I've watched the last 2 of these games, okay? And I'm watching.
You and who else?
I don't know. Me and Serbia, because all my Serbian friends are into this. I'm telling you, dude, it's not like he's sitting here and he's just riding coattails. First of all, the last game, Joker was hurt, and they were playing Germany, the World Cup champs. And he was going shot for shot with Franz Wagner, okay? And he led them in scoring and led them to that game. He took it home for them. This game, Joker, he's doing his Joker thing. Like, he can put in cruise control, but, dude, the guy who dictated the pace of that game and was hustling his ass off, I'm telling you right now, it was Jovic. It was Jovic.
I think one of the things we can appreciate from him is, again, he plays with pace as a big guy.
Yes.
He even did that with the Heat. So I'm not going to even, when you say that, it's not like I'm shocked.
But I think the thing that's going to be interesting about this and why I'm excited is it was, I really think that he's better suited now to be in a starting lineup, because even in this team, it's not like he has the ball in his hands all the time. Like, he is doing the intangibles. He is running up and down. He is picking up loose change, putbacks. And I'm like, that's stuff that wasn't necessarily there last year.
So let me get this straight. This guy is good enough to play for his national team for the last 5 years.
Yep.
But not good enough to play for the 37-win Heat.
Well, mind you, his hand did get broken last year, Leroy, and he was essentially the Heat's 6th man last year.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, we're making it sound like you're sitting here saying, like, ooh, Spo, it's time for his comeuppance. It's time for him to
it is time. No.
more. But
it is time for his
maybe he always was until he got hurt.
I believe he was there. I think.
Okay.
Remember last year, Leroy, and let's not forget this. I did recall that he had a moment last year where he buried Steph Curry, and he did bury Steph Curry, and this is becoming a regular thing of him burying the best basketball players on the planet. First Steph Curry, then Luka Doncic. But Brittany, I don't know if you saw this yesterday. Did you watch Serbia and Slovenia?
Of course I did. What?
Okay, so last night he finishes.
Sarcasm.
He takes the dagger out and sticks it in Luka Doncic. The end of Slovenia. He goes Euro step, and Luka's trying. He don't guard.
No.
But he's trying to sit there in the paint to try and take a charge, and instead, whoop-de-doo, Euro step, takes the contact and one over Luka, and Luka's just like, it looked, Leroy, I'm not overselling this. It looked like Luka Doncic had been haunted by a ghost. He's like, what was that demon that just did that to me? That's
like,
what usually
this guy?
That's usually what Luka does to everybody else, not Jovic doing it to Luka. So you guys can sit here and dismiss me and say I'm wasting my time watching Nikola Jovic in Serbia doing what he's doing. First of all, I'm telling you right now, there's nothing I'd rather be doing with my time, okay? So stop telling me what to do. And second of all, the only person who's missing out, if you're not watching Nikola Jovic doing what he's doing this summer, is you, not me.
Was the game in English?
No.
What, do you know which language? Was it Serbian or?
I'm assuming it was in Serbian. I don't know.
So you sit there for 2 hours and you watch these games.
Yeah, because
not in English.
Right. Uh-huh. Well, the universal language, I know the names, they go Jovic, bucket.
No,
I have to imagine they don't say that.
Why did you sound like Count Dracula?
I'm not gonna lie. The Serbian coach, Coach Pesic, he looks a little like a vampire. Like if you told me he was a head vampire, I wouldn't be surprised.
And like, what time is this at that you're watching this?
This was yesterday at 2.
Oh, okay.
2 to like 4-ish. I was spending my time.
So you stayed at the station to watch?
I don't want to say how I watched it. I just saying that I watched.
Oh no!
I don't want to say how I watched it. I watched it back on YouTube when I got home. The whole thing was up there.
Dude, you watched it on the way home.
No, I didn't do that. Don't say things that aren't true.
What time did you get home?
Leroy.
What time did I get home? It's not important.
And I saw you live tweeting as well. So
Did you? Interesting. You know, I stopped at a rest stop. You know,
that's when you know you live far away from work, when there's a rest stop on the way.
There and here.
Rest stop.
Turnpike at commercial.
Like you went and sat down and ate a sandwich at Earl of Duke.
Watching, he's the only one. They're like, what is he watching? There's no sports going on at 2 p.m. in early August.
Dade South says that he's Carmelo Anthony.
Wizard of Snaz.
For Twitcher.
Oh, there's some going. Blake Sniffin. Booger Cousins.
Schmeathan says he's James Nosey. James Nosey.
Nostradamus.
Precious Achoo.
Oh my goodness. What is wrong with you?
What?
Huh?
Sitting here trying to like.
Dude, I got to tell you though. So if you put on like I'm assuming your car is 700 years old because you got 1 million miles on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have like, do you have Apple Car?
No, I don't even have an Apple in my car.
Well, we know you're allergic to them, but so with me, I can put my DirecTV on my phone,
mm-hmm.
and it'll play through.
Wow.
The Apple Car.
You have Bluetooth at least, Tobin?
Oh, I have Bluetooth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was coming through the Serbian call, which I was totally just listening to yesterday. Was
coming
through beautifully.
Where'd you put your phone?
I wouldn't do that. It was in my glove compartment.
Yeah.
That's when I heard Jovic. You know, that's when I
So how did you see the Euro step?
Oh, I saw that on a replay.
Oh,
afterwards.
okay.
Yeah, I saw that on a replay afterwards.
Dude, what is wrong with you?
What do you mean? Dude,
that's what you're gonna risk it all?
I'm not risking it.
A Euro game in Serbian.
I wasn't risking it. I watched it when I got home.
Can you imagine driving down the turnpike and you look to your left and you just see a man going up? Like, I just know he was so excited.
Oh, when he
like, what is happening?
Wait, I can just look at. Could you imagine looking at a car and Tobin's in there doing that work, doing that work, Jovic doing that work, and everybody's looking over like, what is wrong with
this guy?
I don't think you guys realize, like, we are why can't anybody get excited? We have a 22-year-old unicorn right now taking over the world.
Why we don't treat him like a unicorn?
But I do, and I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna sit there. We can polish his horn and we can brush out his rainbow tail.
Let me tell you
right now, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? And let me put all my cards on the table. This team was 37 and 45 last year.
Yeah, really went downhill when he got hurt too.
Okay,
it did.
If we ask Spo, right, about Jovic, if he goes to company lines, I'm gonna lose it. Because all I want to hear is, if we're gonna be successful, we need Jovic to come through. We need him to play. We need to take that next step. Not, well, guys, he's earned the minutes. He's put in the work.
Why'd you make
I'm
him
like,
laugh?
you don't have nobody else. It's not like you got a plethora of basketball players to pull from.
Leroy, just do me a favor, all right? Look at that face that he's got on him right now.
You know why? Because that's basketball for somebody else. You wait till.
I'm telling you, dude.
No, let me explain something to you. Every year when we talk to Spo, he is so happy. and joyous and ready to get this thing going, right? About Christmas, dude looks miserable.
I know, but Leroy, what made it proud yesterday? All right, and I swear to God, this is the last I'll talk about this, okay? Because I know people don't want to hear this on football. I mean, it's making me the most happiest in sports, but I'm telling you right now, Leroy, he's guarding Luka full court, okay? He is rebounding, running his ass off. It was like effort and determination. And Spo loves this stuff. This was not.
He's always played like that.
No. It's always been like, hey, do the threes go in or the threes not go in? Okay. I'm telling you, it's other maturing things about him. And he's growing up. Our little Serbian boy is becoming a man. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, it was happening last year, but now it's going up another level. And I'll tell you another thing too. Miami Heat, hey, I'm going to give you a little warning here right now, okay? I'm telling you right now, because if Leroy's right and you pull this bull bleep this year, let me tell you something. He is going to be so fast into Denver, it's not even funny, because Joker loves him. Loves him, okay? So if you don't want him replacing Aaron Gordon in about a year, you better treat this guy with the talent and respect he deserves, okay? I'm telling you, this guy has something that could actually make this team watchable and enjoyable and good.
Tobin.
Yeah.
I said this 2 years ago. And part of the reason why I said it is that why don't we take these young guys with this amount of talent that are only 18 and 19 years old and put them through the ringer now when we're not that good, so that when we do turn it around, these guys are at peak performance. Instead, we handle them with kid gloves, and then we basically start the process when the team starts turning around, and now you got to wait another 2 years. See, wherever we are with Jovic, I would have been there 2 years ago, because at that time, he had played more professional basketball than a lot of guys on the Heat team. So, if you want me to take what he did in the Euro Championship serious, then answer this question for me.
Okay.
He was a pro since he was 15 years old.
Yeah.
Why didn't nobody take that serious?
Like when they're a pro at 15 years old, you don't necessarily play against 40-year-olds all the time, right? Like there's call-ups. Like
no, I understand that.
Like there's youth teams. You're under an umbrella. It's not like he's out there playing Igor.
He's still playing that. He's still playing against better players than like Jimmy Fredette.
Not necessarily.
Really?
Not necessarily. You're not. Oh, you're like, just because you're on a team doesn't mean you're playing on the team all the time. That's not how that works.
He had to have been playing enough to go in the first round.
Yeah, he went very late in the first round.
So what?
All right. You know what?
To be a top 25 player in the NBA?
Let me get this straight. Okay. I just want to be clear here.
Yeah, sure.
You're acting all of a sudden like you're Johnny Eurobasket. And I'm
saying the direct opposite.
I want to be clear here. You don't want to take him cooking Luka seriously, but you're taking seriously what you think he did against as a 14-year-old.
No, you're missing the point. The point I'm making is this. You handled a guy that's been playing professional basketball longer than the guys that you haven't handled with kid gloves. And so what I'm saying is he was more prepared to go through the fire than a lot of the guys you brought in from college. So why not put him through it?
Are you into it or not? I don't understand. Like, what's the take here?
I've been into it. No, I was upset that he didn't play as a youngster.
I offered to send you the link yesterday. You didn't want to watch it.
Wait a minute. Wait.
I offered to send you the link.
Wait, is there anything that I'm saying that is not accurate about what I've said about Jovic when he first got drafted? I don't even understand
what your take is. Your take is you wish it happened sooner? You're not happy that it's here?
No, my take is exactly that. That now all of a sudden you're looking at Euro basketball and saying, look at the work that Jovic is doing. Whoa. And I'm like, he got drafted in the first round. So he had been doing work. Why all of a sudden when he came over here after doing work, nobody thought he could play basketball because they played him 3 minutes a game?
Cool. I'm not going to let you do that. You're not going to sit here and act like I've just started watching Euro basketball. I watched him in the World Cup.
I didn't say you.
No, it kind of feels like
this is not an indictment on you.
It feels like you're going on my turf.
Oh my God. I don't know what you're doing right now.
I don't know what you're doing.
What I'm saying is that how we gonna watch a guy? What is he? 22?
Just turned 22.
He been a pro for 6 years. Okay. What I'm saying to you is, and I asked this question when he got drafted. So don't even act like I'm making this up.
Do you know what he looked like when he got drafted?
Hold on. Let me finish. I asked the question, is Jovic farther along because he's been playing professional basketball than a guy who's one and done out of college?
Not always. It depends. Like what's his face? Who's the guy we just drafted? Yakachonis was just talking about this with UD, where he's like, actually, I wanted to come over here because the talent I thought was better in America because I wasn't getting that on my team. And he was playing in Spain, which is like the best league, but he didn't get to go and play the grown men all the time because they don't let you all the time. I feel like you have this idea like little teenagers are playing Boris, a 40-year-old smoking cigarettes all the time.
No, but I'm saying if the NBA is drafting these guys in the first round, I don't care where it is, that means of all the basketball you have going on in the U.S., that guy has more upside than some of the guys we've been watching here. If that's the case, then mentally you must think he's ready to go through it. So put him through it. That's all I'm saying.
Seems like kind of a pointless take right now. Okay. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like we're having this party, right? And you're just like,
and we're having Johnny Walker Blue, and you don't know what that is?
No, don't be that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. You're lashing. You know what you're doing right now? You're lashing out, is what you're doing. Because
you can put a name on it. You can do whatever you want. Oh, yeah, they're lashing out.
What I'm telling you right now
is your buttons working again?
Yeah, they are. What I'm telling you right now is you're like, oh, we have this great party happening. You're like, nah, I had this idea for a party years ago.
So in other words, I'm not going to give you the same credit that you wouldn't give me years ago. Yeah.
I gave you. Let me ask you something.
Hey, Joe Dirt said it perfectly.
What?
If you're getting a paycheck, I'm not babying him.
Okay, dude. Okay. You're Mr. Be patient with guys most of the time.
Who?
You.
No, I'm like, play them and let them go through their lumps. The lumps portion of it is being patient.
You've lumped
not to sit him on the end of the bench.
You ruined him cooking the world. Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 104.3 FM, WQAM. Back at it tomorrow with Game Day Uncensored. 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored brought to you by the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Get offers on select models now through September 2nd and learn more at Lexus.com as we got preseason game number 3 tomorrow against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Starters will play. I mean, outside of like Tyreek, I don't think is going to play, and Devon Achane, but most of the starters will play. We got some Tua. We got some starting line. Sounds like Ollie Gordon probably going to get some RB1 opportunities there, which is exciting. He has been the darling of everybody, the running back from Oklahoma State, Doak Walker Award winner a couple years ago, and has very much impressed here in the preseason when it felt very much like it was going to be, Devon Achane, Madison, Jalen Wright. 2 of those guys are now hurt. Well, 3 of them are all hurt. And one of them done for the year. And so now opportunity knocks.
Who's done, there? Who's done for the year? Madison?
Madison's done for the year.
Yeah.
Got a trade, by the way. There was this of note to some Dolphins fans because there was some rumblings yesterday.
Brian Robinson?
Brian Robinson. He has been traded to the San Francisco 49ers.
I can see it.
He is going to the San Francisco 49ers for a 6th-round pick.
So how's that going to work? Because he wanted a new contract. And are you going to pay McCaffrey and him?
I don't know. I mean, I think what it probably speaks to is they're probably worried about it's like a McCaffrey insurance policy, I would think.
Yeah.
That's the way I would see it, because when he gets hurt, he gets hurt.
Yeah.
Usually no little ones with McCaffrey. So that's probably where that's at, if I had to guess. Yesterday, Aaron Brewer, he had some words to say about the Chicago Bears that they had in their practice. He was none too pleased with some of their antics. This is what he had to say on them.
Chicago, I feel like they were like some BS, you know what I'm saying? They was out there tackling and this and that, so it was like fake physicality, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they out there playing tackle football and everybody else was out there playing like 7-on-7 or something, like, it's fake physicality. And you kind of seen that when we went out there and played in a real game. But when in Detroit, I say, like, that just taught, like, you got to have your mind right, like, every day. You got to approach it the same way, like, you can't short step or do anything like that. Like, I don't know how to put it really. I say just come with that same mentality every day, you know what I'm saying? No matter who you going against, who it is, like come with that same mentality and that same dog in you every day.
There you go. Aaron Brewer yesterday after practice.
Mm-hmm.
Still annoyed by those Chicago Bears.
I see it. I can see it.
Dirty.
I hate that. That's kind of one of the things I hated too.
Dirty, like, cheap shots.
Well, we played. I used to get mad that guys, even when you practice on your own team, you be practicing on Wednesday and Thursday, and then they all of a sudden Hall of Famers, and then you get in the game and they get dump trucked. And I'm like, don't put me through that during the week if you ain't going to do it during the game, right? It's fake. And so, I can see where he's coming from with that because it happens. It happens in sports. It happens in football all the time. You got these guys who, they can act a certain way in practice because you know what the rules are. But then you get in the game when the rules are equal and they crawl up. They crawl in a little shell because they're, this dude could hit me back. So, yeah. I know exactly where he's coming from. Now, usually it's a position coach trying to hype them up, be physical, be a dogs, be this, right? When we know that the guy you're trying to pump up might be a little kitty cat. So you tell him to be tough when you can't get hit back.
A kitten caboodle.
No, you can't get no. Once you pass up on Johnny Walker Blue, no.
You don't get to hold it over my head. Next play mentality. You know how many
Wait,
Coaching you. By the way, training camp reports, Odyssey training camp reports coverage. Brought to you nationally by Geico. Switch and save and get more with Geico. Take a break. Mix things up on the other side. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on 104.3 FM WQAM. We take you guys up here until 2. Streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, the channel 104.3 WQAM, and on Twitch, Miami 104.3 WQAM. You guys can go subscribe today. Watch us live, watch Rose live, watch clips of Hockman, Crowder, and Lana. Sports Day on the weekends, and of course, tomorrow, Game Day, Uncensored, where we have a real football voice guy.
Storm. Quack, quack, quack.
That's football.
It also sounds like the voice to start what's that show? That stupid show you watch?
Love Island?
No, the football show.
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
Yeah, dude, it does sound a little Hard Knocksy. I thought when you said stupid show, you meant Love Island, which, by the way, I believe the reunion is on Monday. Can't wait for that.
Really?
What?
I'm excited to Tobin. Don't.
Been a lot of talk in the back and forth. You know, it sounds like they're coming after Huda.
Have you seen the clips?
Seen the clips.
Lots.
Oh, so nobody liked Huda?
Just feels like people are a little sick of Huda after the whole media tour, you know?
She was kind of a phony.
I don't know if it's a phony. I just think it's people were a little tired of the whole act, you know?
She's self-serving. She's very
self-serving is a great way to put it, Brittany. A great way to put it. So we'll see. You know, full report. You want to have a watch party with me?
No.
Fair enough. Let's get to the mixed bag. Speaking of the Love Island of the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones,
Idiot.
Micah Parsons, they really could use an Ariana Maddox or maybe a recoupling. Either way, the drama doesn't seem to be going away because
they're going to get recoupled.
Jerry Jones is on the media tour because he's talking, I'm assuming because of the documentary. And he was on Michael Irvin's podcast. He was on Stephen A. Smith's podcast. And so, you know, he's got his Jerry Jones things to say. And this was him saying only 2 people need to be involved in the Micah Parsons talk. Here's Jerry.
In the spirit of not doing the old mother-dad deal. How many times have you seen the little rascal so clever go in there and mama told him, you're not going to get it. And goes in to daddy, who only sees him after 5 in the afternoon, wants to love him, and says, you can have it, son. You can have that before dinner. And he goes back in and says, Mama, Daddy said I could have it. That's the old mom, dad. Been around since the beginning of time. I'm not going to go for that here. That's what's happening.
You're not going for it?
I'm not going for it. No. But we've had a very, very strong negotiation. Now, by the way, frankly, it wouldn't have made any difference what the negotiation was. Guess who has to be comfortable for this to work?
Micah.
And who else?
You.
Hello. There's not room for a third. There's not room for a third.
Well,
what?
Here's the problem. The reason why you have representatives is so you don't have those conversations. So Jerry Jones is being the little kid and running to Micah and trying to tell Micah, go talk to your agent and tell him that this deal is good enough. You see what I'm saying? So he's telling the story while he's being the child in the story, going to mom and the dad.
I don't even think that he's telling him to go to his agent. I think he's just saying, say yes.
No, that's my point. Micah has a representative, so he doesn't get involved.
Yep.
Jerry is going past and going basically to the other parent and going to Micah and avoiding the agent. As if you're saying, hey, I know your agent is going to have your best interest at heart, but this is some pretty damn good money. So Jerry Jones looks like the kid in that story.
Man, here's more of Jerry Jones. He was also on
Have you
Michael.
ever heard of any player in any sport saying, I just went around my agent and worked out the deal myself.
I remember Parcells trying to do that with Ricky Williams.
And guess what? He got in trouble. You can't do that if you have representation.
You're supposed
to contact your representation. They're on documents in the association's office. Everybody knows who your representative is. You can't just say, you know what? I don't like dealing with your agent. Say, wait, how would it look if somebody said to the Dolphins, you know what? I don't like dealing. Who's the agent down here? I don't like dealing with Drew Rosenhaus.
They love dealing with Drew Rosenhaus.
I don't like dealing with Drew Rosenhaus. I'm just going to deal with you.
Like the shadow GM.
But I'm just saying, like, that's crazy.
Here's more of Jerry Jones. This is him on Michael Irvin's podcast saying that listen, he was going to pay Micah Parsons very well.
When we wanted to send the details to the agent told us to stick it up our ass.
Wait, now see, I was
just so you're clear.
Wait. What do you mean? So wait. What do you mean? Because people on that.
Mike and I talked. Mike and I talked, and then we were going to send it over to the agent. And we had our agreements on term, amount, guarantees, everything. We were going to send it over to the agent, and the agent said, don't bother because we've got all that to negotiate. Well, I'd already negotiated. I'd already moved off my mark over several areas. And so the issue, very frankly, is we've had the negotiation in my mind. The agent's trying to get his nose in it right now
so he
and
can
try
get
to come
paid.
in there and improve off the mark that we'd already said. It's the mama-daddy deal. You go into mama, and she won't do it, and she's the boss. So you run into daddy. Daddy says do it. And then you go back in and say, Mama, Daddy said it was all right. It's the old Mama, Daddy deal. We've all been there and done that. Well, we've got this resolved in my mind for the Dallas Cowboys.
So let me get this straight.
I like that.
Jerry Jones thinks that it is okay to work out a deal with a player and not even use the agent. Does he not understand that in itself is egregious?
I think Florio said this morning you're not even supposed to do that.
Right. That's what I'm telling you. Like, the first thing you do when you're working out a deal with a player, there's a list. Who is this player's representative? You call that guy. You don't talk to the player.
Even the weird guy with Tommy DeVito who wears the hat.
Yes, no, you don't. Somebody so the fact that Jerry, and let's be clear, the fact that Jerry is being open about doing something that is 100% wrong and unprofessional is crazy to me.
Oh, nothing's going to happen to him.
But I'm just saying, what is he? Of course, listen. The reason why you have representation is so the wise agent, the wise owner can't sneak something into your contract.
Right.
Right? So that when you sign the contract, it looks like 40, 45 million a year, but only the first year and a half of that is guaranteed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So the agent, it's his job to go through all that stuff, and based on what he's said to you. Now, here's the other thing. Because Jerry has said he negotiated with Micah, if Micah signs that deal, can he say, I didn't use my agent, so I'm not paying him?
I doubt it.
Okay. So Jerry has made this situation more messy because now you got two people who's supposed to be on the same side, maybe having questions. So the agent did the right thing. It didn't matter what was on those papers. You didn't negotiate that with me. I'm his representative. And as long as you didn't negotiate that with me, I'm not signing off on any of it. So if it's the same contract, that's fine, but let's go over the details. That's his job. The fact that Jerry Jones sniveled and went behind the agent's back to talk to the player while he's on the field. Somebody in the NFL, the Players Association, need to come out and say, you can't do that. Who's the person? Who's the person defending Micah Parsons? The Players Association better say something quick.
I'm sure they will. I mean, I guess like right now, I guess it's one of those things because he's going to get to a situation where he's going to either have to sit out games or who knows, because it feels like he's already said that he's already requested off the Cowboys. We'll take a break. Final hour coming on up here. Back with more after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. 104.3 FM at WQAM as we take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Final hour here. Although I was just freaked out because I, again, looked up at the clock and was like, oh, it's only 12:12. But it's been 12:12 in the studio, well, since 12:12 yesterday. That storm was scary, though, yesterday. You weren't here, Brittany, for that, but it was like torrential, and then the lights were flickering.
That's so. I mean, I was at home and the storm was bad there too. Like I looked outside and my street was a river, and I heard the thunder.
I was like, good. It'll put out these fires because it looked like it was snowing by my house.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Snowing.
Sheesh.
From the ash, from the Everglades.
From the Everglades, right?
Oh.
Crazy. Is that still going on?
No, it rained. Dude, it poured yesterday. So.
Crazy. Headlines brought to you by.
Hey, by the way, I don't know what that is. Yellow knives. Jerry probably passed on Leroy during his draft. Yeah, for Emmitt Smith. Who, by the way, is the only player who played longer than me in my draft at running back. So
he went a lot later than people thought, too, didn't he?
Well, here's what happened in our draft. Because I was supposed to be middle to late first rounder because there was supposed to be a lot of running backs being taken. Right? And Blair Thomas, of all people, was drafted second. You know who was drafted first? Jeff George.
Oh.
So, and what ended up happening was no running backs got taken after number 2 till like 12 or 13. So it pushed everybody down. And so that's how Emmitt ended up going 22nd. And I got pushed down and everybody got pushed down. And so what I tell people is, and I say this to you, that sometimes the draft determines where you get drafted and not necessarily your talent. Because if there's a run on a certain position, there's a lot of guys that'll go up. For example, quarterback, sometimes you'll get guys who were, he's going to go second or third round. There's a run on quarterbacks, and this guy ends up in the first round.
Yep.
So you got to kind of play the draft, is what I'm saying. So that's how Emmitt Smith ended up going 20th, I think, 22nd. And I ended up going like 40-something.
Well, one guy who did fall in the draft was Shedeur Sanders, who is
like a rock.
Sure did. Yesterday addressed the media for the first time since the whole Dylan Gabriel thing. And he says that Dylan Gabriel came up to him at the team plane. Here was Shedeur Sanders.
Honestly, I don't even think about nothing. I don't think about anything. If it's not words or anything, at this point, it can't do anything to me. I know, the God put the ability and the power within me to not even think about nobody else's comments, not care. It is what it is. I spoke with him. He said, nah, bro, that wasn't. He said, that wasn't. He told me on the plane. He came up. He was like, nah, bro, that wasn't at you. I see how they trying to spin. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm not tripping. Regardless of whatever it was, nobody's words or anything affects me, So, yeah.
Did you believe him when he told you it wasn't on you?
Did I believe him? Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're trying to start stuff now. I feel like you're trying to start stuff. I mean, he's doing his job. He's supposed to. Do I feel like he did? I don't know. And that's not on me to sit here and be like, oh, he did, he didn't. That's not going to change my life in any way.
There you go. Shedeur Sanders after practice yesterday.
And he couldn't have handled it any better. Right? But I would also say, same for Dylan Gabriel, who went to him and said, yo, that's not what I was saying.
I will say this, Dylan Gabriel does have some high as a kite Yogi quotes in his career. Like, if you go back even to like Oregon, you're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? He's got a little Mike McDaniel in him.
Yeah.
Like he'll just start too wordy for his own good, I would say, about Dylan Gabriel sometimes. Like he's trying to be too cute with his words.
It happens because if you don't say anything, then you're labeled as he doesn't give us anything. And if you talk too much, then you get that. There's no, listen, Here's what I learned. No matter what you say, somebody's going to have a problem with it. So just be consistent. Be true to who you are and not give a damn what people think. And you have to be that way, even though it may hurt you for people to make assumptions about you. You have to feel that way because there's always going to be those jackasses out there that no matter what you do or say, they're going to pull something out of it that really wasn't there.
Well, Shedeur Sanders, a tremendous start to the preseason, as strangely, all of the young quarterbacks for the Browns have been hurt, but Joe Flacco still trucking.
Well, that's because he ain't playing. I mean, dude, there's two quarterbacks, maybe three, that are break glass in case of emergency. And the problem is the Browns broke that glass in the preseason, and that's never a good sign for Joe Flacco. 17 games in front of him, right? You know Joe Flacco give you 5-6 good games. You know who the other person is? You know. Jameis Winston.
Oh, Jameis Winston, for sure.
He gonna give you 5 of the greatest weeks you've ever seen in football, and then that next game he gonna be looking at the defense like this.
You think Joe Flacco's upset about the Cracker Barrel rebranding? Because the old love a Cracker Barrel.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if he had some stock in it. If he owned like 2 or 3.
Well, I mean, like if he has a stock in it, it's not going well because I see that stock is plummeting for Cracker Barrel.
Because they got rid of the cracker
and the barrel.
The barrel. I don't know. I think
who went into a Cracker Barrel and was like, we need to really clean up the image here of less trinkets. Like that is what makes a Cracker Barrel a Cracker Barrel.
Agreed.
Cracker Barrel is like restaurant Buc-ee's. Right? They got the food, and then they got all the little store next to it. The only thing they don't sell is gas.
Cracker Barrel is it connotes you're on a road trip.
Yeah,
you're stopping somewhere, family, but you're gonna have to wait.
Although there's one right off of Sterling by my house.
Yeah, there's a couple. I mean, I'm sure as you go down the highway, there's a few Cracker Barrels, but I don't understand why did they feel the need to polish it up?
Nobody was asking for it.
Who was asking for that?
No one.
They just, you know what? And who's played in the rocking chair, the big ass checkers outside?
The old?
At the table. Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, I think Cracker Barrel has broken the record for most walkers in a confined area.
Oh, no doubt. There's the old Cracker Barrel. Like Vic Fangio is all about a Cracker Barrel. If anybody was looking for Vic Fangio when he wasn't in the lab, he was at a Cracker Barrel. Trust me.
Yeah.
Now he's probably not going to go because they're trying to make it. What are they even trying to make it look like? Like an IHOP? Like I don't understand what they're trying to do. Like the whole soul of a Cracker Barrel is you want weird stuff and you want stuff to look at while you wait for your.
Agreed.
You know, because it's just always like a. You know, you got to listen to that terrible speaker to try and understand if you're getting ready to be sat at your Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It looks like a Panera.
Like, can I just say this? Here's what happens, and I hate to say this. Here's what happens in businesses. You struggle a little bit. You bring in somebody new, and he feels or she feels like they have to put their twist on things. And so I would say that sometimes you should be better at what you're doing and not different. Because a lot of places that I've quit going to have nothing to do with the product, but the service. About how they prepare your meal, how they bring your meal, not about what's actually on the menu. So for all these people that think they need to go into these businesses and make all these changes, maybe you just need to be better at what you're good at.
I don't think anybody, but was anybody saying Cracker Barrel wasn't good at what they do?
That's my point.
Like I felt like they kind of hit the groove, and like they're one of those places like this is how it goes. You're on a road trip. Where are we gonna go? A Cracker Barrel would be lovely.
I tell you what's crazy. Waffle House has been the Waffle House. You know what you're going to get and where you're going, and you know what the quality of food going to be, and it still never stopped people from going to Waffle House.
Right.
Because you know, and in most cases, they look like they've been built inside a trailer home.
That's true.
Right? And so what? They're open 24 hours. Let's go eat some Waffle House.
It amazes me how they could build a brand new Waffle House and it still feels like it's
like
been
30
there
years
30
old.
years.
Waffle House is the one restaurant where it kind of feels like you do as good a job just doing self-serve checkout, like just at a Waffle House. Like if I just went about this, I think I could make as good of the Waffle House.
If you just gave somebody some waffle batter and 4 eggs,
I would
say you got fryer number 2.
It's crazy. Somebody's saying that Cracker Barrel is going to war with Steak and Shake on Twitter.
Oh my goodness.
What? That's such a random duo.
Right. It's not, they don't even sell the same types of food.
They do not.
I tell you what, there's nothing better. Listen, if you're traveling and it's breakfast time or brunch time and you pass a Cracker Barrel, tell me your eyes don't light up.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't.
On the road.
I feel like if you change Cracker Barrel, like it's like, oh, that looks like anything else. It's like, well, just go to Denny's. Like I think it has a specific niche, which I don't see Cracker Barrels closing down. So I felt like they were doing fine.
That's my point. Like you go, oh, how can we make this better? Nobody ever says, you know what? We can make it better if we give better service. They always think they got to change this or change or spend millions and millions of dollars on, appearance.
You know what it reminds me of? When the Dolphins changed their logo to look like Aqua, to look like SeaWorld. And I'm like,
oh, I got one better for you.
I'm like, why did you guys feel the need to change the Dolphin to look like a theme park?
When Winn-Dixie spent millions and millions of dollars to redo all their floors and all that stuff, when in actuality, just do the service thing. Make your service great. You didn't have to rebuild all your buildings. Now you're going under.
I don't even remember Winn-Dixie doing that.
Yeah.
Well, now they're Fresco y Masses.
Huh?
They're Fresco y Mas?
Fresco y Mas is now Winn-Dixie. Like Winn-Dixie, they made them Fresco y Mas.
You know, I was driving through the Carolinas and we kept just driving past these supermarkets.
Myers?
No.
Bilo.
No.
Kroger.
My wife just kept saying
Ingles. Ha, got it.
You did get it, but you want to know what she kept calling it the entire time?
Ingles.
Ingles.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she's like, why would they name a place Ingles?
No,
like, it's Ingles, honey.
it's a joke. Like I grew up in the South, obviously. It's a running joke. People call it. Like my parents used to call it Ingles too. Don't worry.
I mean, it is spelled that way.
It is.
Who remember Sedano's? Sedano's is still around.
Sedano's is still kicking.
Of course,
Yeah.
They're still kicking.
I used to hit up that Sedano's on 441.
There's plenty of Sedano's.
Remember we had to leave the studio and go to the Hard Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one right there.
But I don't understand, like, even like Dunkin' Donuts did this where they were like, we're not Dunkin' Donuts anymore. We're just Dunkin'.
Well,
and
here's the problem with Dunkin' Donuts.
I kind of got it because it's like I went in there and I was like, I get it. You guys kind of cleaned it up. You're making it more coffee house to make it seem like a Starbucks, even though you're not. But whatever. I like Dunkin'. Like, but I didn't,
it wasn't a game changer that you couldn't say donut.
Right.
But here's what happened. Here's what happened with Dunkin' Donuts. And people don't realize this. Okay? Dunkin' Donuts was great when they would bring and cook their own donuts, and you could go into Dunkin' Donuts and get a fresh donut and some coffee. All right? Then they came up with these little boutique Dunkin' Donuts, and they ship the donuts from a main place. So they never got fresh. They didn't have fresh donuts anymore. The donuts came every morning from home base. And then the donuts were crappy. So
donuts have always been crappy, let's be honest.
Now, but if you went to a Dunkin' Donuts that they cooked them there, You could get some hot donuts.
I love Dunkin' Donuts, but I don't. I rarely get the donuts. I like their sandwiches. I like their. My son loves the grilled cheese there, and I'm a big fan of their iced coffee. I think
And guess what? As long as, and I'm gonna tell you this, Dunkin' Donuts. I'm gonna say this to anybody. As long as there's a red light outside of,
Agreed.
as long as there's a red light on somewhere in South Florida where you can get them hot fresh donuts, you ain't never have a chance.
Nope.
Yeah,
no chance.
Yeah, you could say that, but this ain't like a CVS Walgreens thing where they're always on the opposite corners. There's like 900 Dunkin' Donuts to the one Krispy Kreme.
That's all right. That's all right.
I
would not buy if I wanted a donut really, really bad, and I went into Dunkin' Donuts, I wouldn't get a donut because the quality of their donuts is just went.
It's so bad. It's disgusting. It really is disgusting.
Yeah. Now,
I wouldn't say disgusting. I think you
I
guys
tell you what.
No,
on
it's
the donuts.
so
You
bad.
guys are acting like you're getting rancid donuts.
Can I just say this? To all the Canadians that come down to Florida, I don't know what the situation is with your tariffs or your illegal alien status or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Can one of you please open up a Tim Hortons down here? Please. Please. Just one.
You need to grow up, dude.
Hey, Tim Hortons is delicious.
Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 104.3 FM WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Want to let you guys know that we got ourselves a little training camp update here, which is brought to us by Miami-Dade County Public Schools Technical Colleges. Enroll today in one of over 60 Miami-Dade County Public School Technical Colleges affordable training programs and get fast-tracked to a financially rewarding career in 1 to 2 years. Convenient day and evening classes give you the flexibility you need while you learn. Go to careerinayear.com and get there. So we heard earlier in the show, Aaron Brewer, he was upset with the nature of the Bears practice. But all in all, Leroy, we know that the big thing going into this year was the physicality. Do you think that this team, will we know until we get into the regular season, or do you see signs that they have fixed some of those issues?
I see the efforts in which they are trying to, which the first step in resolving a problem is to admit you have one. I do believe that football players by nature are physical. To say a football player is not physical is because you're not asking him to be, right? So, I mean, you're telling me that somebody who came from Alabama or somebody who came from Michigan or Georgia isn't a physical football player? So there's a lot of these guys that kind of have never been asked to be physical. Doesn't mean they can't be. So I think that tone has been set of how they would like to do business moving forward. But as things go, you're really not going to know until the games start. Can you continuously do it? Are you willing to put yourself out there every play, every game, and be physical? Or are you going to, curl up? Now, I will say this. If there's anything positive I can take from this camp is each time the team has been classified as soft or been told they got punked, right? They responded. And that's a start.
Yeah, it's a good place to be.
Right.
I really do think it's been, I think that, the idea that they are maybe going to get back to the run game a little bit more. That was kind of an obvious thing they did need to do.
It's not even a run game. It's the types of runs.
Yeah.
The types of runs that they have had this camp and during these games have been 100% different than, and it's almost like H-Chan offense versus everybody else offense.
Oh yeah, and hopefully he's okay because I'm still the calf thing makes you nervous.
Yep.
Even though Ollie Gordon looks like he's had a really good camp, but I do think that nothing that has happened this camp, I really don't think that anything that hasn't been a concern, has necessarily been resolved, and I don't think that necessarily anything that you knew was a strength. Maybe people are even more fired up for the front seven than they were. Because you're looking at some of the depth that you have, especially with this young crop of defensive tackles that they got, looks really impressive. Probably as deep as they've been there in a while. Kind of feels like the last couple of years that defensive line has been, especially the tackles, have been held up by like two guys. Either it's Sealer and Wilkins or Sealer and Campbell. Now you got Sealer, Grant.
You got a nice rotation.
Got a nice little rotation. So I think that's probably a little bit better than we thought.
If I had any questions about that line, it would be the health.
The offensive. The offensive line?
No, defense. How's Chubb going to come back? How's JP going to come back?
I got you.
You added Judon, so it's going to give you even more depth right there. How's Chop going to progress? So you have depth, but you're 2 players away. If JP and Chubb don't come back, even anywhere close to what they've been, you're 2 players down. So there's still a lot that needs to be.
I mean, and if there's anybody they're going to have in bubble wrap until the regular season, it's going to be Jalen Phillips because we really haven't seen much of him, right? Ever since ever since that whole leg whip. Did he practice these past games? Like he's been or these
No.
past practices?
No.
He's still been sidelined with that thing. So,
Right.
you know, you're hopeful, but obviously with his past, you are a little bit concerned. This is the last year of his contract. They picked up his 5th year option in spite of all the injuries because you know what the talent is.
Right.
So, you know, hopefully this is going to be a big year for him because I think, you know, the guy's an absolute. He looks like an absolute freak, and but the game he was getting injured, I mean, it felt like he was on his way
Right.
to doing something real special. So, you know, I'm hopeful, man, like that because that does feel like it could be maybe a definer for this team if it's that strong.
Mm-hmm. True.
We'll take a break.
We got a question real quick.
Sure.
They say this is a food question because I'm hungry. What's a good burger joint down here? I'm gonna give y'all a little something. North South. Just look it up. Phenomenal. Burger joint. Phenomenal. North South. There's a couple down here.
Check it out. There you go.
Check it out.
Check it out. Check it out. We'll take a break. Play a little You Dead to Me. Close things out after this. All right. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Time to play a little You're Dead to Me to close things out. I want to remind everybody, tomorrow, Game Day Uncensored comes your way, 4 p.m. to get you ready for Dolphins and Jaguars. Myself, Alejandro Solana. Brittany will be producing. Omar Kelly will join the program. We'll get you ready for the final preseason game. And then finally, we could turn our attention to real football, Canes Notre Dame, and then the NFL season is gloriously here. We're almost there. You've almost made it. All you have to do is watch one more bad half of preseason football, and you're there. But anyway, 4 o'clock tomorrow, right here on FM 104.3, WQAM. And also, we'll be streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so you guys can check it on out. Here's who's dead to me. R. Miller 244 on the Heat's Instagram page. You're dead to me.
You're dead to me.
You know, the Heat are trying to give a little love to Nikola Jovic on their social media page because he cooked Luka Doncic yesterday, gave him the business. And they put on there, Nico went off versus Slovenia right here. And this guy thinks he's great. And he's like, 18 points, dominant? Not quite. Another guy goes, 18 points is not going off. Well, here's the thing, guys. Maybe you want to pull up a chair and watch it. Because if you would have watched what he did to Slovenia, the reason he only had 18 points is because he only needed 18 points before the country of Slovenia tapped out. Tap machine. So, I'm just telling you, you're missing the point, and because of that, you're dead to me. Dead to me. I'm not going to sit here and you guys keep scoffing at what's happening over in Serbia. Get on board. Do it in a Heat uniform. Do it in a Heat uniform. How about you do it in a Heat uniform? Rob Miller. I'm assuming that's what the R stands for. I don't know. Probably stands for rat bastard now that I think about it. What? Problem? Why are you shaking your head at me?
Because
why?
You're getting worked up about stupid stuff.
Too much from them, dude.
Well, you're arguing about a game that only you saw.
It's not fair.
Plenty
of a nation saw it.
Let's be clear. Most fans don't watch all of the game. They look at the stats.
Well, you know what? Don't be a box score watcher.
Really?
Maybe take the Heat's word for it instead of being
for a living, right?
That's what you sound like.
You know that's what we do for a living, right?
What do you mean?
We don't watch all the games. We look at the stats.
I mean, I watch a lot of the games.
So do I. A lot, but not all.
Then don't. But would you say if you just saw that, be like, it's not dominant?
No, I wouldn't say that because so sometimes numbers work on a curve. So you could have 18 points and be the high score of the game. So that means in actuality you were the dominant player in that game.
Then maybe let me just give advice to everybody. Put your thumbs away then, okay?
Really?
Stop.
You're asking today's society to not tweet?
Put their thumbs away. Put your thumbs away. You don't know.
Right.
You don't know.
That ain't happening.
You don't know, bums.
All right.
What do
you want to know who's dead to me?
Sure.
The NCAA.
Oh.
Right. Look. I understand that, you guys love Paul Feinbaum, and he wants to give every school who's ever did anything shady the death penalty, unless you're in the ACC or the SEC, right? But make up your mind as far as what kind of organization you're going to be, because now you know what Michigan's fine is, right? $25 million. So now we're treating, even the NCAA is treating us like treating the universities like businesses. We're not taking away wins. Wins don't matter. $25 million. So let me get this straight. $25 million for a school that probably has an endowment of what, billions? What, like, you're just doing something to say you did it because everybody's on you, so you want to, do something. So I get it.
I genuinely didn't even think that they had power anymore. I didn't know.
I know, that's my point. So everybody just said, "Ooh, they came down hard on them." Now, relative to what? Right? Relative to what?
Well, I think that's what Feinbaum was upset about. I think his whole point is this does nothing, but everybody knows you guys are frauds.
Yeah.
That's what I think his point was.
Okay.
He goes, that's why
he does realize he's an SEC country.
You've made that point, but he's also said that it stinks to high heaven.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that Jim Harbaugh's a fraud.
I mean, stinking to high heaven would be better than stinking to low hell.
That's fair.
Okay,
that's
so
fair.
they're doing good. So that's just dead to me. I can't figure. I think that if the NCAA were proactive in all these different situations concerning the NCAA, we would be more consistent. We would also respect them a little bit more. But it always seems like every situation they're reacting to the outcry of people. Right? They're not.
Well, I mean, you guys had a guy in disguise. I don't think it's something you didn't have to look at.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I'm not saying it's not crazy.
It's not like it's not like it was unwarranted of an investigation.
You know what? Let me change that. I'm going to say this. Michigan. For this Friday, you're dead to me. Here's why. Because you had a team that was good enough to win a national championship, got caught up and marred in something that just seems ridiculous to me in the first place, right? And it sucks that these kids didn't know. You think the kids, hey, we sent old coach over to get us some inside information on Western Michigan. Or who was it? Who's the school?
Central Michigan.
Central Michigan. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. So
you scouted the Chippewas. This is kind of my point on cheating, though, is like when we say, does it matter? Does it not matter? I don't know. But cheaters can't help themselves but cheat. It's like one of those.
Is that the school or the individuals?
I don't think the guy, I mean, like, did you think the guy went completely rogue on Jim Harbaugh? Hard to believe.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, so we're saying that those kids didn't earn those victories.
Something that didn't earn it. It's just something that stinks to high heaven about it. It's like the Astros.
One more time. Say it one more time.
It's like the Astros in the trash can. They
didn't take their championships away.
No, but that's his point. Nobody's taking their championships away. But everyone knows Jose Altuve is a fraud.
Really? That guy made a whole lot of money. Call me a fraud.
What? Who's dead to you in F1?
I thought I would spare you this Friday, but nope, found something to be annoyed about, even though we haven't raced in 3 weeks. So I don't know if anybody knows this, but there is a new team coming to the grid next season. Cadillac is bringing a team to the grid.
Whoa!
You didn't know that?
No, that's cool though.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So they're bringing a team to the grid, and there has been a lot of conversation around who they're going to have as their drivers, because there's 2 drivers per team. Well, this season has been like really big on rookies. There's been a lot of players. Oof, that's how you know that we talk about other sports than F1. There's been a lot of drivers who were older that got left off of teams that are backup drivers now for teams. And
when you get turned into a backup driver, it's cooked, Leroy.
Yeah.
Yep. So Cadillac has been teasing the announcement of these drivers for months. They unveiled the car in Miami Grand Prix, which is in May.
Is it a cool looking car?
No, it's not. It looks very eerily similar to the F1 movie car, which is kind of silly to me, but whatever, because it's gold and black kind of situation. Regardless, they have been teasing this for months, and I am absolutely exhausted. So Cadillac, before you have even driven one race on the grid, you are dead to me.
Wow.
No, they still haven't announced the drivers.
They still haven't announced the drivers, and it's like every day I get on Twitter and it's like, oh, the Cadillac is looking to sign this person, and then Cadillac is looking to sign this person, and Cadillac, and I'm like, can you make a decision or shut up?
Is Cadillac your favorite team?
No.
Oh. What? I apologize. I don't know. I don't know how this works.
Is it Ferrari or McLaren?
Well, I'm not a I'm a driver's person more than I am a team person. So I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan. So I was like a Mercedes fan last season, and now I'm a Ferrari
fans,
fan.
Leroy. You know, it's like these fans say, I'm a Durant fan.
No. There's a huge difference. There's a massive difference. It is, although there is a team aspect to the sport, it is very much so an individual sport. So most people have a driver that they follow. So let's pipe it down, okay?
I'm sorry.
You're gonna be dead to me real soon.
Sorry.
Back in Leroy's day, Cadillac was pimp status symbol.
Right.
They didn't make songs like Pink Ferrari. It was Pink Cadillac, baby.
Well, they're dead to me, so I don't care. Take your Cadillac and
I'm interested. There's certain. They have an engine that's souped up that they put in their cars. But I'm curious to see how it's going to work out.
I'm curious too, but can you give me drivers? Can we have drivers, please? Stop teasing everybody. It's so annoying. It's like, who's coming out of retirement? Who's not coming out of retirement? Let's figure it out, please.
Datesop said that their F1 car is going to have a rag top. Wait, F1s don't have a top.
No.
Yeah.
It's just a joke.
The bit. What?
It's just the bit.
Well, I didn't say anything. You can't get mad at me. Can't get mad at me.
You guys are bit ruiners.
Dude, you nailed one bit.
So they're like, yeah. So yes.
Before we get out of here, this just brought a smile to my face today. It was the two Finns. You got Anton Lundell, Mr. La Solis, and Nikola. They're apparently doing some media tour in Italy. I don't know why. But
why are they dressed alike?
Because, probably Nikola made Anton Lundell do it because he's a polar bear. But my favorite part about this is that it's just Anton Lundell doing all the talking, and Mikola's like, at the end, he's just like, yeah.
Hey, Cats fans, it's us. We're in Milan, Italy, for the media tour, and can't wait for next season to start.
Yep, see you soon.
You think he gave him a fish? You think he gave him a fish?
Thanks, Meeks. Nikola's just like,
Intanja twins. They speak Dolphins accent.
You think they started it up where they were like, he's like, Lundy, you got this? He goes, I got it, Meeksy. Don't worry.
Wait, whose phone do you think that is?
Definitely.
I think it's Lundell's phone, and he told the polar bear to hold it.
He's like, you hold it. I'll take care of it.
Hey, Cats fans, it's us. We're in Milan, Italy, for the media tour, and can't wait for next season to start.
Yep, see you soon.
Hey, Datesop said it better.
Nailed it.
They're Targaryens, right? The two Targaryens.
Oh.
It would just be fitting if a dragon just came and picked them up.
You think Lundell, when they got done, he's like, that's it? That's all you got?
Yeah.
Probably had to tap him on the back to cue him up. Just like, okay, come on, go.
Mixie, you. Yeah. See you soon. Who cares? They're champions. Yeah. Anyway, that's our show, everybody. We'll talk to you on Monday. I got it in the middle of the season, but what I gather is they go on a date. They all see who they like. They all go on No. Can anybody corroborate this? Corroborate. Don't give me no version. Johnny Walker, who Johnny Walker. He's
Black.
What?
Black.
Brazilian.
You
What?
You missed a bit, dude.
Oh, my bad. -1.
I see y'all when I see y'all.
Sports lives here. 104.3 FM. WQAM. Miami's